remember Eustace, bro?
No. Eustace who?
Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh.
His last name like Dag or
Blocked
something.
him from my mind. I don't know his last name. What's up, gamers? Hello from the Sunday Scaries.
You forgot to turn down the music a little.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, something's off here.
I was jamming. I was vibing. There we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Famous streamer Fern Folk? No. This is Goblin from Hell Fern Folk. Sorry. You have dialed the wrong number.
Boop.
He's just full vocal stimming right now.
Stimming.
He's stimming. That's valid. You're so right for that.
I watched a TikTok of someone doing like what they called ADHD, so autistic ADHD, vocal stimming, and yeah, every single one I was like, I do that. You have to change accounts.
Ah, shoot.
You didn't know yet. See, it's hard to be a streamer, bro.
Hey man, you usually take care of all this for me.
Literally,
I don't have to be a streamer.
you can
with
ask
it.
Fern. I will be in the bathroom just being like, beep bop bop doop bop bop.
You really do.
Hey, I'm not there. Oh, I'm gone, bro.
What do you...
You killed me.
I didn't.
It's not my account anyway, but you killed me, bro.
I didn't kill anybody. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I'll just be in the bathroom like, my lady, beep bop doop bop bop bop.
Yeah. Oh, is your audio on?
Those are yours, bro.
It's not mine. See.
Barely was like 1%.
You see. Where's my game? Where's my emotional support visual novel? Amarantus.
Can you believe you're gonna never touch it again after this?
So not true. I'm gonna keep playing 100 times.
So
I'm
this
gonna get every ending.
is the final Amarantus stream. Was this 4
It's
streams?
your last chance. Yes, 4 streams, 2 playthroughs.
Lots of sexual frustration.
You know what? I think we had it too good in the first one.
I'm telling you, bro, everything's fucked.
We got 2 partners in the first one because the game knew that it wasn't gonna let us succeed with romancing the major.
So
we got 2 there, and we're gonna get 0.
cut.
We're gonna get 0.
We
lovers.
talked to the expert, the major expert, Evan,
Yes.
before stream.
We did.
And very soon we will see if we have done it. Because the major romance scene apparently doesn't happen until like right now, where we are in the game.
Yeah.
So, we're not, all hope is not lost like you're making it out to be.
Have they done enough to save themselves
From being lonely.
from an eternity of loneliness?
So,
We'll see. I think no.
we did learn that yes, the relationship is very toxic.
Basically, you gotta treat the major like not a person
And Major's
to get
like,
in.
yeah, baby.
And
That's my shit.
that stinks.
We already kind of knew that from the way the
we
Major
did.
reacted.
We kind of knew that.
Why are you treating
And
me
we
like
were
I
like-
matter?
We were like, I cannot fucking bear to do this, to go down this road. So, we'll see. Today we added some new commands
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna get to, and then my brain went.
just so that everybody knows. Because last time, we were doing a ton of recap. And so hopefully this will be a little bit helpful. If anyone comes in new and, reads these and then still has questions, you can ask us about it.
But
And we
guide
can
them to
elaborate. But
plot 1.
yes, this will exclamation point plot 1 is gonna give you the beginning of our rundown, and then as you go it will guide you. It says go to plot 2, and then there's a plot 3 as well, just because we're in our second playthrough. We've experienced a lot so far, So we wanted to give a good idea, and there's only like a 500 character limit for these. So if you need to catch up, feel free to hit that command. Yeah, are we ready to dive in? Anything else?
I suppose so.
You ready, gamer?
I suppose.
Ready to finish this up?
I got my little snack bucket.
Snack bucket full of cookies and candies once again. That's valid.
I'm the hype man.
Oh my god.
Bambuse.
You're living the good life.
And Milky. Yeah, so
What are you,
basically
a baby cow?
we're back.
Am I right?
We're back again today because we have so much planned.
We have a very busy August, and we finally sat down and drafted it all out.
And it was either we do it today right now or we do it like a week and a half from now, packaged with something else. Like maybe even 2 weeks from now was the plan. And so like we were like, why don't we just finish it and be done?
Yeah. Give it the conclusion it deserves.
And then maybe, depending on how we feel, depending on what the time looks like, we might be tossing in a full playthrough of another game we've been hoping to stream.
Yes,
today as well.
With our actual streamer channel owner, Natoid, in the seat. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Blessed.
That would be so cool. I have always wanted to see an Natoid stream.
I know.
It would be really cool. It would make my dreams come true.
We have a fun graphic that we could show if I get one last verification. But yeah, we are excited. Lots of stuff to do. Yeah, there you go. I just got that verification. So we'll save it for the between Amarantus and the next thing though.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But I got that verification.
Yeah, so little schedule sneak peek coming to whoever's watching.
Here, just for those that are here, give a quick shout out to Fish Paste GG.
Can do.
Because you heard it here first. Fish Paste. Now, can I talk? I assume I could talk about this, Fish. What you got going on this Wednesday?
Ooh.
I'll wait first, but I assume I could talk about it.
Would love to tell.
But until I get that verification, just follow Fish. Fish is king.
King of the fishes. Well, what happened?
You hit play on Spotify again.
Ah! It's okay, because the sound is off. Okay. Beep. Now we're over here. You can actually read my name today.
Your name is visible.
Wahoo.
Okay. I just was making sure. Fish is gonna be part of Twitch Rivals on Wednesday. So go follow Fish, because I don't know if Fish is for sure streaming, but if not, Fish will be part of another streamer's team. Now I'm all worried, so I'm just like being vague, but Fish will be part of Twitch Rivals. Once again, Fish has previously been... Okay, it's mandatory. Fish was previously part of Twitch Rivals for Tarkov, and it was a good time. Fish got on the main screen at one point. It was really cool.
Oh ho ho.
And yeah, as you'll see at the end of today, now it's really quiet.
I'm gonna turn it back up. Just, you're talking.
Okay. Fish may be a part of some plans moving forward. The two-time, take that, Dr. Disrespect. Fish. Dr. Disrespect was at a Padres game recently. Because he was meeting up with Blake Snell, who's one of our pitchers, who also streams. They've played Call of Duty together. And so he showed up and he was in his full... I don't think he ever goes anywhere without his full getup.
What's the full getup? I don't know this guy.
He's a weird guy. He wears like a full-on mullet wig, shades. What? He wears like a body, like a bulletproof vest type thing. And he's just like, he's giant. He's like a 6 foot something man.
For why?
It's his character. He's like an asshole.
Cool.
That's
Cool
the
character.
that's like the smartest thing though, can I say? That's like the smartest thing, just to make your character be an asshole on Twitch. So you could just be a dick in all places and you're just like, oh, it's just the character. You know what I mean?
Why would you want to do that?
I'm saying
It's exhausting. I would hate that.
He doesn't get he can be like no filter, you know what I mean? I mean he has to do some filter. He's not on Twitch anymore actually. I don't know if he has to be filtered. Anyways.
I'm no filter, but I'm not an asshole.
I think he just likes it.
You could be no filter, but be a nice person.
He pretends to be like the best at the game, you know, and stuff. So like that's his whole thing.
Okay. Okay, people will do anything to be mean. That's what I think.
I mean, yeah. Like I said, it's like he gets to do it for free, you know?
Usually you gotta pay for that kind of behavior.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright, let's continue the story, my dear gamers. So, we are now in the ship. That's where we're starting out.
Rayanne's been attacked.
Rayanne has been attacked. We have not seen her yet. I assume it will be playing out differently than last time how we first see her, so here we go. It's an effort to drag myself out of bed, and I pause for a moment in the doorway. 3 days of retching is enough for anyone.
That's right. We were
in our mind palace.
Mind Palace with Ghost Marianne. Like, can you please leave? I'm sick of you.
We were like playing puzzle games, like making her like do like number games with us to pass the time as we were like throwing up.
Marianne, I threw up.
I am going to make it to the surface of this damn boat if it kills me.
So this is all regular. Oh?
Reckon's done his best to keep an eye on me, but he's been stuck in his cabin most of the time too. I think the ocean's been as bad for him as leaving the fort.
Ah, so that's interesting. That's a very just specific dialogue line. If you try to make Reckon leave that one time. So showing like, you know, yeah, he's having a panic attack again, or, you know, having issues with it.
Having a bad time. Suffice to say, half our crew's been out of action so far. Beep, boop, boop, boop. We rise to the surface of the boat.
And we meet with Mireille first.
You've made it up. Well done. Rayanne? Still down. Marius has been cajoling her into staying in bed, but I doubt he'll hold out much longer.
Get cajoled.
Y'all ever get cajoled? Do you want to debrief? No problems on the road. It wasn't you I was worried about. Oh, Marius enjoyed himself just as much. Good to get out and about. After all, isn't that why we're here? He really does know what he's doing, even if it's been years. Suggesting he come along was a good call. Nice, I'm glad we sent him.
So it really, that's so funny, that literally seems like only the two.
Yeah, just those two were
Well, I don't know.
valid options.
I bet if you say go alone, she's like,
Go.
no,
Yeah, probably.
I want someone to come with me.
I'm glad that in this playthrough too, Mireille and Marius have like a better relationship. So far, they do.
She's like literally telling you to keep an eye on him.
She said that once. It seems like it's been much better. He was like actively like very angry at her last time. You've done wonderfully. Of course I have. I don't need you to tell me so. I'll do my best till the very end. Everything that I have in the battle that's coming, it's yours and his and theirs. Yours, Eric, his, and theirs. That's us.
That's us.
She gestures to the entire boat with a flourish.
Wow, that's ours.
Yeah, that's our boat. Our ship. I didn't bring you on for your resources way back when. You made it quite clear that the funding for this operation had to come from somewhere. Mirai, you know I'd still have you here if you were the poorest maiden in the land.
Cute.
And there's no way the world could be where I'd choose to be anywhere else. So, do you believe now we'll make it?
Do you believe?
I know you have a team of skilled and motivated specialists, and I'd go blade to blade with any of them for dedication. Even Rayanne? Do you trust Rayanne? Yeah. Then I'll trust in everything you see in her. You're my dearest friend, Auric. You and me against the world. Oh my god. We did. We were just... I don't remember if we were talking about this on stream or last night, but we were just talking about, like, I think we have done enough with Mirai to, like, have that as a romance option.
But no. Because I had this option in my first playthrough.
Oh, you did?
And I confessed to Mirai. And she said,
Oh, she doesn't accept
"Oh,
it.
sweetie."
That makes sense.
So it's just
I
an
don't know.
option here.
I feel like, yeah, there's gonna be something, like, really specific to get you a romance with Mirai, if at all
But you
possible.
did have the weed seed.
Yeah.
So
So
like,
did you.
not in that first playthrough.
Oh.
In the playthrough I romanced Mirai, I had that. So
Wait, so you did successfully romance her?
yeah, in my
Okay.
last, like, third or fourth playthrough.
Okay, Evan. So, yeah.
So
I mean,
we're committed to.
I think I'm gonna turn this down anyway.
You can
like,
stay here. So if you ever want to come back
Yeah,
to
that's
this,
true.
and you can do the second one. But yeah, if you ever want to come and see if what happens if you say yes there.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, we've definitely, like, built a very, just close friendship relationship with her this time, which has been nice. You and me against the world. We might be fighting a mission that I started, but we're partners.
Yippee-ki-yay.
I hope you never let me question your calls. Please do. How does one know why they do what they do if no one does the honor of asking? Prepare for an endless run of why? You listen to me. I am never having children.
I hope this is it. A moment, sir. Wanna fuck?
I saw you turn down Mirai. Major.
Oh, I forgot that. Oh, I did say it. I said it.
Yeah.
Out loud. Major just said one more. We're gonna one moment. That happened last time. Fine. I'll be brief.
Mirai, if you'll excuse me. Go on. The Major and I walk over to the other side of the deck.
I would say, I think the drama's better if we click through this rather than skip. Because then it would skip to, like, the first new dialogue. I like the drama of not knowing what's going to happen here.
Yeah. Alright, everybody.
And it could be not this exact moment either. It could be later tonight. We don't know.
I know. Yes, Major. Everything okay?
There is a difficulty I'm having. You notice the skip button is blank. Tension. How do you do it? Be awake all the time.
In comparison to what? Not sure I can help you. Any one of the others could give you a way better answer.
Are you not awake now?
Nah, I'm eepy. She's cracking, we can fix her. I have really vivid dreams.
So vivid you can't tell the difference?
So when this happened to me, she still had her jacket on, so that's a
Interesting.
difference.
Interesting.
Huh.
Because every time I've done the boat, she's never had her jacket on.
Yeah.
She's always been jacketless. So that's interesting.
Same last time for us.
That's really interesting. I wonder what the difference is there. Fascinating game. So many variables.
Yeah. Nah, the stuff I see when I'm asleep, none of it's ever been in my waking life. You always know.
What do you see?
A ghost. I talk mostly. I think about my day and where I'm going. I think about my life a different way when I'm not here. Did you want to talk about anything else? Oh.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh. Did
Okay.
we not get it, actually? I don't know. Abaroa. He needs help.
He's handling the ship okay so far.
I'm trying to be delicate.
Not that kind of help. Try not being delicate.
I promise to try to work harder for you.
We're fixing her. We can do it.
If no one else will care about this, then I am going to try to. Marius is in trouble. I am a gog, I am a gas.
Mireille asked me to keep an eye on both of them back in the forest when we started out. I told her to let him make his own mistakes. He's not her project. Same issue here?
I don't take on projects. Perhaps now 2 people have asked. You should wonder why you are avoiding it.
That's fair, bestie. I stay out of their business. And look at Marius. You think we missed it? That is sad.
I don't understand.
That's really sad. I mean, I think we do understand.
Is it because of that one thing where we kind of... No, because I don't get it.
But you know what? I'm happy with where this is going. Like she's still like it's different still, you know? Like she's still more open. Like it's a different relationship than we experienced in the first playthrough. So that's something. And look at Marius. He's so happy. Marius is up in the rigging, wrestling a rope.
Is it like we weren't mean enough?
Yeah.
Like maybe she's so closed off. She's still wearing the jacket on the boat when Evan was able to romance, right? Here it's like, you know, she's clearly open enough to take her jacket off and...
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's symbolic too, right? Like she's still... Because it's not really about being mean to her. It's just like about being like giving orders, like having that sort of relationship with her and giving her what she wants in that way. So then when you're romancing her and like you have gone down that path, she's still, you know, in full soldier mode.
Yeah, like you have to give her the order to take off her jacket.
Who did we send with Mireille? We sent Marius this time.
Because we were like, have alone time with... And then that turned out to just be a scene that you get anyway in the regular game, with a little more context, where it's the Major and Reckon talking about ocular culture. Yeah.
Yeah. Just so many branches.
We literally did... Yeah, I don't know. There's only so many opportunities to even interact with her, so it's like...
Yeah, very
I don't
few.
understand how you get it. I have a request. Sir. Speak with him. Don't be delicate.
And this will bring you peace of mind? I'll check in with him.
Arik, Major, I need both of you on sails now, before we lose this wind.
Yeah, that's what you were saying, Nate.
Yeah.
Taking the jacket off
Soldier,
indicates
take
that
the
you've
jacket
done
off.
it. Come on. Without another word, we follow Marius's commands, delivered with only the slightest of stutters until the sun starts to set.
I'm not gonna give up hope because we already learned there's so many variants of relationships too.
I know, imagine there's like actually a
Like a
healthy,
healthy
one with
one
the
with her.
major. Imagine if we just somehow gamed it A+.
Cause like I said, I mean again I'm maybe giving her not enough credit, but I was surprised to learn that Rayanne had a non-physical relationship, romance relationship. Like I just genuinely didn't expect that of her character. Like she seemed to be very into the physical stuff. So like the idea of you breaking her down enough to like be vulnerable and okay with a relationship that's just purely romantic, like whoa. Like how do you do that?
Yeah.
Maybe it's actually the one that's like, I've talked about there maybe being a route of you just like belittle her enough that like that seems fucked, but you know what I mean? Like you're not a threat. No. You're nothing. Like and then she's like putty in a shitty way,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there could be just like sort of a positive and a toxic version of each of these,
Yeah.
depending on what you do. Reckon's been below deck all day, but eventually comes up with dinner. Good delivery. Mireille whispers to him, legs steady and only her hand and her cane adjusting with the way of the water.
Rand says if I don't bring her dinner right now, she'll push me out of her porthole. But I won't fit with my arms still on.
Oh, hello, stranger.
She needs me, Mira.
He's just been down there trying to baby her all day. Marius said the water would get less choppy after sunset. Reckon, are you seasick?
No. But when the sky's clear and you can look into the horizon and just keep looking and it keeps going.
Shall do some skippies. Oh,
There.
one line.
I am working on it.
Good for you, bud.
Now you can skip. He talks about there's more culture stuff about I guess Riskert is on a peninsula, I think, is what they eventually get to.
Yes.
So they're saying like, how could you be seasick? Like, Riskert is on surrounded by water. If you don't mind a bit of a rocky trip, I'm doing my best, but Rayanne says she keeps falling out of bed.
I haven't fallen out of bed.
Sure, but she's eyeball gone. That's what I imagine he did. When did you last sleep? I can't. Not while she's... I need to make this work.
She's so beautiful. Look at how beautiful she is in the moonlight. I'm crying, actually.
Go to bed. Okay. Then guard... No, look out. You can all go to bed. Marius is right. I should sleep out. You could skip where Reckon starts practicing his mental telepathy abilities because he feels that he let everyone down by not being able to see this person coming. He feels like he's out of practice, so he starts practicing more, and we'll probably skip it later, so I'll just say it now that like he eventually has everyone like focus in on a scent, and that's a way he'll be able to like bring their minds to his mind, and like
Basically,
find where they are.
Yeah, like tune in with them.
Yeah. So
where they are.
There's like a whole training segment of that for him. So
I guess I have to talk to Marius tomorrow. I should practice my lines. We need to talk about Rayanne. People are worried. But even with the muffled noises through the walls, once I'm in bed, I just drift off. And we did not see Marianne.
Who was...
We did not dream and see
She
her.
was weirdy last time. She was like... Oh, no. Actually, this last time she was sick of us. The one before that is when she was like, who are you again?
Yeah, she was starting to forget us.
I forgot.
I think in the last one she was like that too.
No, that was the last one was when she was like, they were playing games and they were like...
Right, but then like he asked her to tell him a story and she was like, once there was, and then she just like couldn't think of anything and she was like, can you tell me a story?
That's true.
And then he told the story
About
her and like it took her quite a while and she was like, oh, this is about me.
Valid.
So I feel like it was still definitely there. I wake up in a well-tossed bed, warmed from the sun oozing through the little porthole, to the smell of burning. Mild voices murmur overhead, but no note of alarm. Voices including, is that Rayanne?
Yeah, see. You just don't see her at all, and then she just shows up.
Mm-hmm. Up we go. Mireille and the Major are talking near the back of the boat. The Major has ropes wrapped around her forearms, and the muscles in her arms strain as she draws the sail into place. We'll skip a bit. Reckon's up in the ropes.
So in the normal playthrough, yeah, or in our not normal, very abnormal playthrough actually, just because it seems so rare. We had already seen Rayanne, and this moment we're just sharing all three of us together. But now,
And next to him, Rayanne is perched on the railing. She's up and at him. And newly adorned with an eye patch. Just whispering. I grab at the toast, fortifying myself for what's to come.
let's get this over with.
Get what over with?
You've been looking at me. I bet I know what this is about. I bet it's just gonna keep hanging over our heads. So you should say it now, if you're ever going to say it. Say something, or else you gotta keep your peace and stop looking at Rayanne and me like that.
Uh-oh. Say something or say nothing.
The Major asked us to say something. If we have any hope.
I'm gonna say something. I can say you should end things with Rayanne. Why do you need Rayanne when I'm right here? We can still try to go for that option. I want to be part of your thing. We can still go for both of them.
So it's
on
literally...
second thoughts, don't do it.
It's full on cut it off.
Yeah.
I'm here. I want to be part of your thing.
Or say nothing.
Yeah.
Second chance to say nothing.
So I'm very curious, keeping in mind the Fated to Doom playthrough versus the not, and I don't know, our relationship with Marius isn't terrible in this one. I'm very curious to see what happens, so, you know, I'll just sit back and relax and enjoy. You can't save.
Fuck.
No.
Give it back.
You can always hit back.
Fuck it. You should end things with Rayanne.
Fuck, man. Fuck, dude. What the fuck? Why do you have to be so... you?
Why does whatever you two have going on have to be so messed up?
She makes me happy.
Oh my god. I don't care what you think she does. I hate this. I want to go back. You're gonna trust me with your life on the line, but second guess me here?
Those are two different things. You can do what you want with my life, but Rayanne's got a part of me you're not allowed to touch.
Maybe it was years ago, but I think we both remember exactly what parts of you I've touched. She's gonna tear you apart, man. She treats you like trash.
She treats me like I'm something worth wasting time on.
Damn, bro. You don't treat her right either.
Excuse me?
You treat her like you are trash.
I treat her like she knows who the fuck I am.
She throws all this shit at you because she's waiting for it to bounce back. That's what she does. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying you're right. She's right. Either of you are wrong. But yeah, collectively, you don't work.
I have always loved her. You have no idea.
We all have an idea because you don't shut up. It's okay to say you were wrong, that she wasn't what you thought she was once you got her. You can stop.
She's everything I've ever needed her to be.
That's such particular wording. Oof. Then it's okay to say you needed the wrong thing. Wow, wow. What does she do for you? How does she make you better?
Why can't she just make me happy? Just because no one makes you happy.
That's fucking stupid. What, because I don't have anyone that I'm doing that sort of thing with? Is that what you're oh so subtly referring to? Fuck that. First, this is about you. Second, I make me happy. Third, why the hell would I have to be snogging someone before they make me happy?
Get snogged, bro.
Snogging.
Remember snogging? The only time I've really heard that is in
That one
the
book.
series we don't talk about anymore.
Oh. Well, there was that young adult book, or like, it was like a, what's it called? Like Angus something and snogging. It's like a little.
In the title?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I don't know it. I only know it.
Anyone remember that?
I think
book?
it's just a.
It's like a little like UK like.
I feel like it's a it's a
routine
British
book.
term that colonialism down to Australia.
It's a weird word. Every single person on this ship has made me happy, and that's without me even fucking them.
Bro got him.
Even if you're calling your thing romance, you can be happy without it.
TV show too. Maybe it's based on the book.
I think there might be, yeah. I think there might have been like a show or movie or something.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard it was.
That's the one.
What the fuck? Excuse me?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Makeover show. Interesting. I like romance.
And you can be happy with romance too, but not with Rayanne. If she's making you feel complete, then you can get that on your own. If she isn't, then there are people out there that can. The only way to lose is to refuse to change the situation.
Maybe I'd prefer to lose.
Bestie, what? No, man. No.
Go, man, go.
How can you not deserve better than this?
She loves me, man.
Maybe she does.
Love her.
I know.
No. No.
No, she don't.
That first day where we split up, having her all to myself, I knew. I knew that I was right about how much I needed her. You've never been in love in your life, huh? You don't get it. You think you can come in here and lecture me?
Actually, I'm madly in love with the Major, so you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you can go fuck yourself because no one else is gonna do it for you. You don't mean as much to anyone in the world as Rayanne means to me.
I don't know why you decided to say that to me. And now we'll both always know you did. God.
You leave it alone, okay? You let me have this.
Literally. He said, I spent time with her alone that first day, and I said, this is it for me. I'm in love.
Bro, the fact that I've basically... This is drama, but the fact that I basically said that same line Arik said, I don't know why you said that, but we'll both know that you said that. For
That
the rest.
line was fucking pain, dude.
That's... But yeah. So I was really interested, because yeah, you know, I don't know what you have to do. I'm fascinated. Do you genuinely just have to be in a relationship at this point for Marius to see you and go, oh, he knows what love is.
Mm-hmm.
I trust his word. Because I think at this point, I was in a relationship with Mireille.
And you had this conversation?
And I had this conversation, and it went different.
I see.
I think
I mean,
that
yeah,
might
then
be the only
probably-
difference.
That was a fucked up conversation.
Things are forever different now for these two.
Yep.
Besties, not so much anymore.
Ugh, achievement unlocked. You are water 12 feet deep, and I am boots made of concrete. Ah!
And this is so when I played in my review, I said it's a game that makes you like reckon with your own personal things. Where as a people pleaser, I said a thing in the beginning of the game. I think you. I think you meant something else.
Oh my
Whoa.
god, no,
This
no,
game gets
no.
wacky on some playthrough.
No.
Hey, you know what, Evan? That's your... What was Glory's thing during E3?
I don't even remember what happened, but
Glory said something...
It was, yeah. It was
a
a
typo.
typo. It was a
Typo
typo.
made him... Fish, dude. I think it was during E3. There's something about, like... It was ancestral!
It was the word incest. I
That's
don't
right.
remember the context.
Incested!
Instead of
Oh my
invested.
god. How come that happens so regularly around here? I'm scared.
Oh no.
Okay, anyways, you know, I said in my review, because of something I chose to do in the beginning, because I was being a people pleaser, which was me going, yeah, buddy, go for it.
Uh-huh.
I set someone on a path to be in like a deeply toxic relationship, you know, and regretted it. I don't know that you could have talked him out of it in the beginning anyway, though. Like, I feel like
Yeah. Well, no, because
you just
I
did a
mean,
warning. You didn't.
yeah,
I think
we-
there was a harsher one you could
there
have done.
probably was a harsher one, but, you know, we still said, like, think about this more, and he was like, yeah, you know what, I will, but he didn't. So, I think that, you know, sort of tells you what you need to know there. I cannot imagine any way in which that could have gone worse. Me either. The wind's more favorable than expected, so I call a meeting to confirm our destination.
Now you got two people.
Yeah, that was a really well-written conversation, because I was like, this hurts so fucking bad, but, like, we're making points, you know? Like, it feels like shit to, like, to tell him, like, that his relationship is wrong, but, man, like, still points were made that needed to be made.
Yeah, and he's like,
You
yeah,
know?
she makes me feel like the trash that I am, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
It's like,
buddy.
fucking no, man. Okay, so we're gathering for this meeting.
Oh.
Marius is here, but he won't meet my eyes.
And
That's
I-
different.
And think about this, too. Like I said, you got two people now, right? You got Marius, but you also, I mean, I'm sure he goes straight to Rayanne and tells him
for
what
sure.
happened. So,
Yeah.
and you got two people that are like, just walking around going,
The Summer Palace is a day or two of travel from the capital.
so they're talking about how to get there.
what they would be expecting them to do.
Because yeah, they basically have to drive the boat into. I'm gonna say all the things that would make Marius mad. They have to drive the boat right into the like a treacherous place to potentially find where they're trying to go. And, yeah, I forget if he's talking to Reckon here or Rayanne. He's responding directly to Rayanne. Just said something, but Rayanne's like off to the side.
No, yeah, I think he's talking to Reckon.
Or even us. We just talked. I didn't realize. Oh.
You gonna deliver the line?
Are you still seasick?
We've got a small, elite, ocular boat, responsive and lightweight. We've got a decent-sized crew if Marius takes the time to take us through it. If it's at all possible to work your way in there, we should be able to do it. The Lord's Stairs, did you say? We decide we're gonna take the Lord's Stairs, which is that treacherous way.
They're talking about, this is where they're talking about the scent-based recall.
Mm-hmm. And Reckon's saying, like, he feels like he failed, he should have known that someone was coming.
This is what's new. Marin's mother devised it, and then Arik saying that she devised it for Marin, because you said, because Marin didn't have the power.
Yeah.
You remembered. It was to keep her safe. For someone with no control over how they overflowed their skin, with no sense of how others saw them, she needed something simple, intuitive.
Which makes it perfect for people like us.
We need something that I can focus on, blah, 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 scent power. Beep, bop, beep,
A memory of a scent, basically,
beep, bop, 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 boop.
is what he's honing in on.
And each person, you kind of get like a little bit of a sense of what they might be thinking of, but not really, you know. And it's like a little secret with him and them. Ours is like, it talks about being at like a. Yeah, it was up there. Sorry. Fronds of willow trailing in their reflection, branches, damp earth, warm cotton, damp wool. I wonder.
That reminds me of, like, the place that Marianne is in.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because I think that was what he says in the original, but we just didn't have that connection.
Yeah. We hadn't seen her. You said back in the forest that we were winning the war entirely on numbers. If oculars weren't dying out, we'd really be doomed, huh?
Yes. Oh, fuck.
Marius spends the rest of the day up in the rigging. He calls out odd observations all day.
I gotta go peep, but you can skip again.
Okay. Depths ho! Oh, long skip. Okay. So we made it. Everyone's divvying up where they want to go. There are a few different buildings. Everything's looking really overgrown here. And it's like a totally abandoned town. Hi. Hey. Give me a sec. Not quite cool with you yet. Just gathering himself. I thought you were staying in the middle. I'm meandering. For a second, I thought that was like a different context, like, of his relationship, but no, he's literally talking about where he was meant to go here. Sure. What you got? I assumed they all just packed up and sailed away. Otherwise, there'd be something left. They even packed up all the ropes and sails and stuff. Rightio. There's the remnants of a pier. You keep walking, Arik. You'll hear me if I need you.
Yeah, he doesn't even want to talk to you. Remember before
he talked to us a bit, but he was like, not quite cool with you yet. Give me a second, basically. And then he gave the explanation, just like, it's super abandoned, like they took everything. I come by Rand's fancy building next. Nothing for you to see here. Keep moving.
Such a different vibe, bro. Before I was like, hey, sweetie, oh my god.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck off.
The first playthrough, because we were dating both of them, we were like talking about like giving each other dumb nicknames in these two scenes.
Now it's like,
Even with all the fans, too much fans. We ain't the first to notice. Emptied and then ransacked. You want a broken vase? I can get you a broken vase. Serious antiques? Phew! Okay. I didn't want the broken vase, actually.
one mad Angie.
Mireille waves me over eagerly, a sheaf of assorted papers haphazardly gripped in one hand.
They're basically a document that Kodat ordered the... Oh, this is different. Ordered the
emptying of this
town, yes, and signed, and Arik does this thing about, like, he just writes it like it's just a name, but it's not. It's more than that, you know? Like, what the fuck? And then
this is what I was mentioning, how Mireille keeps bringing up, like, how Arik almost, like, speaks really naturally with the Achler accent. Speaks like Reckon, pronounces Kodat like Reckon. That's you.
Teresan?
Have you found anything?
Nothing significant.
Right. Is there anything special about this place? Mireille found handwritten notes from the Lord lying around.
Nothing but possible proximity to the Summer Palace. No documentation or notes of order.
Hi, Phyllis. No secret militia stuff? No convenient maps with a big X and a dotted line connected to a trapdoor in the basement?
No. Found a report of someone wandering off drunk and swearing they saw the Lord haunting the trees.
She seems as surprised as me at her laugh. She laughed. Wow. I leave her to her work.
I think that's... No, she did laugh with me once.
Reckon is last. Looks like he's already lost interest in searching.
I think, yeah, this is where Reckon's, like, starting to feel like he knows, but maybe that Marianne's dead. And he's not feeling great.
Yeah.
He's just like, it's not blatant here. It comes up more later, but he's like wistful, and he's like, you know, looking out at the water and just like thinking, and clearly something's different. And then yeah, they're like, well, we didn't find anything, let's take a camp break. And then Marius falls in a hole.
That's right.
And then you get to see Rayanne's nickname for Marius in this run.
Bow boy. Where Marius stood is now a dark hole in the undergrowth.
We can skip probably again. So Marius falls into a hole that leads to like a staircase that leads to the palace they've been waiting to find, or trying to find this whole time.
It was an underground palace.
It's like, yeah, it's like in the cliffside basically, I think, and that's just the way in. And so they get in, they look around, they're checking out their new digs, you know, they talk about potentially there have been people staying there before, and the idea that maybe they were also like them. They were revolutionaries that took place here.
And potentially failed.
Yeah, and so like you're seeing like the ghosts basically of this group that failed just like you, and so it's causing some emotions of like, fuck, are we fucked? I don't know. Oh, fuck.
And then they're divvying up bedrooms. Marius and Rayanne, apparently thoughtful for once, pick a room well away from everyone else. Mireille claims a room with which looks straight out through the lattices across the ocean. The Major takes the one next to her.
Reckon is like everyone's avoiding the room that was clearly where the two people that were here before stayed, and everyone's avoiding it, and Reckon's like, I'm gonna go, and then he goes, just kidding, I'm gonna pick the room next to it because it is heavy.
Yeah. And he especially can
Yeah,
feel it,
he
like literally like the legacy of it. I wonder if it's a bit lonely, falling asleep on your own.
And that's when the Major knocks on my door.
I suppose I wouldn't know. No, because he just has someone in his brain every time he goes to sleep.
It's like I turn and look at the Major who came and we slept together off screen. I just don't get it.
The light in here is all wrong. The air's gone moist and mossy. Marianne?
I don't know where this is.
She's lying in the grass, fingers digging into the dirt. What's wrong?
What is this? Did you find this somewhere? Why have you brought it to me?
I wanted to share the summer palace with you. I didn't think it'd do this.
I think it like changed it. The environment.
Just like being in the summer palace, like changed.
Well, it
its
sounds like he
environment, or
made
like,
some
brought-
conscious effort.
it?
Yeah, he wanted to like share it with her and it changed the environment.
I see. Doesn't that seem odd to you? Can't you make something of that?
What?
I don't want to go too strong. Not just yet, but I didn't think this push would push her so far.
It's this line and like some other where I think he does know.
Yeah. This is the first line I've seen that, yeah, makes it pretty clear that he does. But I have to do something, don't I? I need to know. She needs to know. Or remember. So, maybe he's like mostly sure.
Yeah.
We found the summer palace. It's been abandoned some 20 odd years, I think.
Huh.
It feels a bit like this, carved into the cliff face out of a cave.
How old is Arik? Some 20 odd years or so?
He's like 22 or 23, he said. I forget which.
I didn't. It's just an interesting little. I didn't notice that.
I'm telling you.
Like this. And you brought it here for me.
Or you did.
But you couldn't bring me the fountain? There's a fountain in the palace.
Sorry, I'll try to grab it next time.
And a blanket.
There's a balcony that overlooks the sea, and we found 2 wooden chairs pulled up beside it. Salt-worn and aged, but beautifully carved. Marius couldn't stop wondering about them. He figured they were just squatters who came across the palace, just like us, after it had been abandoned. Reckon thought they were probably like him, in one way or another, like us, waiting, planning, carving themselves into the space.
And what did you figure?
It made me wonder if they were like us in whatever way, in any way. What happened to them after they left? Or was this a happy place for them?
Either one is like kind of probing her,
Yeah.
right? Like, what do you think? Wink, wink.
Yeah. I'm kind of tempted to ask this one just because, like, it, feels like she is remembering a little bit, like the palace, but it's not a guarantee that like she's gonna remember everything about what happened after they left.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like the first one is like trying to get direct to it, like, did you die?
Yeah.
You know, like what happened?
And like, how did you die?
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't remember, honestly.
I'm gonna go with this one. Was this a happy place for them?
Does it look as though they were happy here?
They took care of the space. The chairs are all positioned cozily. There must have only been a few of them, and I'm not sure what might have made them leave, but it looks like they made a home here.
I think they must have been happy. Happy enough while it lasted. In the end.
We're waking up.
Everyone's kind of like settling in to the palace. You wake up, that plate smashing was Mireille's like doing dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are just kind of settling into this new normal. This is now post boat. This is post forest. It's palace. You know, it's a new setup. Oh my
Ultramelon.
goodness!
Hey friends.
The melons.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome.
Hi everybody.
Rarely
Hi,
do we get
Melons. Hey,
to
Tessa.
get the melons to rate us. This is exciting.
Know.
Before we started our stream today, we were watching over there and hearing the tragic story of Goofy double play.
That was some sad business.
I genuinely want to recruit a modder to get Kingdom Hearts capable for 2-player play where someone can play as Goofy, so that Alicia's story of tragedy can instead be a joyous one.
Vindicated. Thanks for following, Piano.
But yeah, thanks for coming in. Melons, I know, yeah, you did your podcast. I hope that went great. I can't wait to watch the rest of it. Like I said, it was a really, really great time. I love the idea of you two just, you know, the interview being flipped to just Alicia.
Mm-hmm.
That was really fun. And welcome on in, everybody. We got Bradley, we got Piano Ninja, who've just followed. Thank you so much. We didn't get the ribbit. The ribbit didn't happen.
Didn't.
What are you doing?
I was just gonna do a shout out.
Fish did already, bro.
Oh, did he? I missed it. Dang, Fish.
Vegito,
Look at you modding.
welcome in. I saw Tessa's name come up. Welcome in. Yeah, guys, welcome. Welcome on over.
Thanks for hanging out, friends. We are playing Amarantus.
Oh my goodness. We got the
Thank
subbies.
you. Yeah, we're playing Amarantus, a visual novel. It's part of our book club series that we do, which is visual novels. And we're in our second playthrough of
We're like
this.
at the very end.
Yeah, we are toward the end, so you're coming in sort of at the finale.
I will say, this is a game that has so many variables and so many things. Like if you choose to stick around, which I don't blame you if you do leave because you were just watching the melons and you're ready to raid and dash. I get it. But if you choose to stick around, I don't think it's gonna ruin your experience with this game necessarily. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say because this is the second playthrough, which has a lot of extra story unearthed. Mm-hmm. If you want to try to catch up to what's happening here, you can hit ! plot 1, which will give you the beginning of a synopsis that you can read through. We got 3 big chunky synopsis points that were written for Amarantus so that you can catch up really quick and get with us here. Yeah, thank you so much. If you missed the shout out, please follow the melons, and you're not following the melons, please follow the melons. The melons are amazing.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, thanks to, again, Ultramelon themselves for the sub. To Punchliner, I'm so happy we finally get to raid you. Video games are good. Thank you so much. Vegito and I believe it was Piano who dropped the follows. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Thank you, friends.
What a nice raid. What a good time. Wow, I feel happy.
It's good to see y'all.
I will say, if you do stick around, we're close to done with this game. We are probably going to hop into a very, very, very interesting looking puzzle game called Viewfinder. If you haven't seen that yet, really, even just to see the beginning of it, like, it's just one of those games where, as the player even, I sit there and I do some of the puzzles and I'm just like, oh my god, like my brain is broken when I, see what happens in that game.
Yes.
So, and that's totally fair too, Melons. Go do your errands.
Yes.
I know you'll be back.
Sunday errands.
Who knows? It literally may time out perfectly that we finish our stream and then y'all start up your Kingdom Hearts stream and we end up raiding you back.
Nice.
Just
we'll just pass the ball.
Feed into each other. Who knows? But thank you so much for raiding. Thanks everybody for sticking around. If you choose to stick around, love to have you. If not,
yeah,
totally get it too. I know how it is. I know how it be.
It can be tiring after the stream.
So yeah, thanks Fish for getting on that shout out immediately.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Nate. This is Fern.
Hello.
I'm the Nate of Natoid, but Fern is the Fern of Video Games Are Good.
He owns this channel. I just sit in the chair.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's hop back in here.
Back to it. Last line was fuck you from Rayanne. Unnecessary. Fuck you anyway. It doesn't have to be necessary.
Let him be, love.
Hold me back, babe. Do fucking not. We are not doing that. Back off and let me be, Bo boy.
You think that's healthy?
That's not
Marius?
healthy, man. We just had a conversation with Marius being like, man, you're in a bad situation here.
You're in a very toxic relationship.
You're being treated like trash. You're treating yourself like trash. And this is where we're at.
Where's breakfast?
You can sort your own out once we have a chance to actually... Mireille waves around the dishes in her hands, gestures to the other dishes Reckon is balancing on his arms.
So you'll also now witness the next thing we were doing, because it's our second playthrough. We skip through big chunks of the game because that's how visual novels go. If you've already seen a lot of the content, you just normally skip right past it.
Yes, and we're doing like little recaps of what's going on, but just trying to cut down some time.
Again, they're settling into this new normal of the palace. They're just kind of, just settling in. That's really all the sequence is.
It's a little break before they try to head on to the castle and kill a tyrant.
Yeah, that is the main plot of the game. You and your friends go on a road trip to overthrow a tyrant king, lord, whatever you want to call him.
I'll be... Her fingers twitch.
Bulletproof.
Her cane rattles against the tiles. Down day, please. Where will you be if I need you? In your heart.
Aww.
And on the balcony.
I'll be in the area.
I'll be around. Find me if anything comes up.
We should have romanced Mireille, dude. It's a really...
I really would like to.
Mireille's romance is actually really cute.
I'm sure. You're like best friends. Forever.
So this is Arik. He goes under here and he's just like, what are we doing? Like, like we're here. Yeah, he starts to realize like we could just live here and be happy.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I have to go. This is new.
They could settle here. I can feel it in the air how easy it would be for me and mine to stay. We're safe here. We're protected, and we could so easily... How did Reckon feel when he first came to his forest? Like any day he would leave, but just one more day to gather himself. One more night to sleep sound, and then 7 years gone, and the future no closer.
So Reckon was in the forest that we went through. Reckon is also a revolutionary, but he kind of just stalled out because he wasn't sure about what he was doing.
Yeah.
So Arik's also worried that could happen to them.
Mm-hmm. It would be so easy.
So yeah, he just keeps fighting himself. This is a really an emotional scene with Reckon. The good thing when we skip these sequences, right, is if you haven't played the game, you can go back and see these scenes. But
yeah.
It's just an emotional scene. Basically, his entire motivation is to try to find his sister, who went off to be also revolutionary, and she disappeared, and no one knows what happened. And so he's trying to figure out ultimately what happened to her. He comes outside, he sees these graves, and he has pretty much come to the conclusion, oh, she died here.
Mm-hmm.
Or near here.
Yeah. So he says, if I die, could you tell everyone that I wouldn't mind a little pile of rocks? It says, this loss was unexpected and sad, and we were unprepared, but we do our best. We keep on going. Doesn't matter who you are or what you did. There were people who loved you and didn't want to forget.
Something that cuts away all our differences, till we're only made from the thoughts other people had for us. No, Ockler.
Interesting.
Ockler is
Interesting.
the I don't know if it'd be called race.
Sort of a race. They almost like implied it's almost a different species.
Yeah, but I think that could also almost be like racism. Like,
Yeah.
they're different from us, right? Like, but yeah, that's what Reckon is. He's Ockler, and they have like telepathic powers.
And there have been sort of like hints throughout
That
Auric
have some kind of connection.
Yeah. Like he
culture.
He has some similar like speech patterns and just has like a strangely deep knowledge about them.
I'll tell your friends.
Only if you have to, okay? Only if it happens. I don't want them to know I'm thinking about it.
They're all thinking about it. All your friends are thinking about you probably dying.
I mean, yeah. They said as much earlier. Oh, sure, but if I can get them to think it hasn't occurred to me, well, that can't do any harm. If anything goes wrong, I want them to think that I didn't see it coming, that it wasn't real. Oh my god.
She would have liked you, I think, Marin.
That's a sister.
That's in Aric's head.
That is...
it's a whole thing.
That Auric sees every time he dreams, for some reason.
Oh, you would have frustrated her. Completely opaque. She wouldn't have worked out the trick to you, I don't think.
But she'd like me?
It doesn't matter what I think, long as no one meets. Doesn't matter what I think, they all know, so it's their problem. Unstoppable force, immovable object. That's, I guess, Marianne's thought, because she couldn't read thoughts, and so she's like, oh, you're mad at me because I thought something? That's your problem.
Mm-hmm.
I've a favor to ask you.
If I do make it out?
Put in a good word for me to my father.
It's the first time we're hearing about his father. You want me to come back home with you?
I don't know if I'll be able to look that man in the eyes. Not now. When I look at that little stack of rocks, all I can think is, that's where she must be. Somewhere quiet and secret. Unmarked grave. No one left. I can't take that thought home to him. Coming from me, it would.
But what if Caudat knows?
Why would he know? Why is there any reason to believe he knows anything? One person can meet a death in so many ways. Unmarked graves all over the world, stories unfinished, people unaware. Why would she be different?
Aren't you giving up a little too early?
Nothing has changed.
No, you're giving up. Come on, mate. You've always been the best of us.
Bradley, yeah, this game has actually, like, super good writing.
Really good writing.
Again, if you want to link the review, I have a review for this game on Video Games Are Good, which if you don't know, for those raiders that are in here, I run a website called video games are good, which is all about spreading the good word about good games and celebrating the industry and the games that are out there. And yeah, we wrote a review for this. We gave it a 9 out of 10. Really loved it. And yeah, if you look at the store page for this game, guess which video game website you see right at the top of their, about section.
I'll give you one guess.
It's us. But yeah. It's incredible writing, really.
Yeah.
And I think even though it's the end of this game, you will see a lot of incredible writing here, I think, towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You know it's more than that. You've always known. You came all the way out here because you knew she mattered. And what happened to her mattered.
All I ever wanted was to get away from the things they'd say.
No. You never wanted to run away. You lived in a forest for 7 years because you knew. Now you paint yourself a coward because the alternative is admitting you fear yourself a fool.
Glory!
Hi, Glory! What's up, gamer? But you can still get into that room with Kaudat and find what he knows, what he believes. Because you've always known he knows something about it. And of all the versions you've ever heard, yours is better, truer. Yours does her credit. And that's what we're going to do.
I would have never made it this far without all of you, Ari. I never did make it this far.
It's a nice scene. I like how it's playing out this time.
It's a lot different.
It was a bit bleaker last
He was like,
time.
I want to kill him. And you're like, okay, kill him. You're a good kid.
With your help, maybe I can hope for being a good man.
We're doing good. We got raided by the melons.
Yeah.
We
Got some
are
new friends hanging out.
we are finishing up playthrough number 2. So you at least get to see the ending. We did not get any new romance, so really
We failed.
all you're seeing here is the new ending, really. Is the difference. We tried our damnedest to romance the major. I think we just fixed her instead.
Yeah. I still have to say I'm happy with it because she seems a lot more open and healthy right now. But
I doubt
we did
we've
not get a
succeeded.
romance.
I doubt we succeeded in this, but there's a chance she ends up with Midday.
Yeah.
We
maybe.
didn't push them
Just-
together, so that's the issue.
Right. Yeah, I wonder if that's probably an option too, one of the branches.
That is one of the achievements, actually.
Okay.
Be the wingman.
Yes, a different kind of win.
But yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, welcome to the world from your big nap.
We missed you yesterday, but we get it. I hope you had a great time
Yeah.
at your thing. Okay. I'm with you until we must go without, lad.
Are you feeling better?
Oh no, not so much.
That's me to Nate every day.
But sometimes you have to let yourself sink before you start to swim. Having said that, how do you lot swim up? So this is,
Do a little
he's like,
skip.
he's been away from his people, and his people regularly deal with emotions communally, because they literally are like a hive mind. So he's like, how do you deal with depression, my friend?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't understand.
And that is still such like an interesting part of their lore.
And
like,
and I love that line. It really is great. Like, sometimes you have to let yourself sink
yeah.
before you can swim up. Like, that is a thing that so many people don't understand about depression. Is like, you have to let yourself feel those feelings, and then you can heal. So
Yeah. Yay, Glory! I'm glad you had a good time.
we need more pictures in our group chat.
Heck yeah, if you have them.
I know. I don't know if you have any others, but
I can see Mireille's back, spine hunched, cane propped up against the side of the
Shrimping.
table. Same.
Shrimping.
Spine hunched.
Just-
Cane propped up against the side of the table. She might be taking a nap. I let her be.
Aw, that's a cute scene. the famous picture. It's in like their press kit of like two hands on a rail, and it's like in one of their main screenshots and stuff.
Oh.
There's a sequence
Is
there.
that one?
Yeah.
Marius and Rayanne are arguing back in the cave. Freaking classic. Marius shrill and Rayanne dipping deep.
Oh.
Rayanne's found something she doesn't like, and Marius is getting panicky.
This is interesting. Even when I like fought them on the relationship, I didn't necessarily get this.
Oh.
You're like, told you so. Oh? What's
The
this?
Major?
This is new too.
My beloved?
What's she doing? Just
Where you
wandering
going?
around.
Where are you going? Let's talk.
Oh.
Reckon. Reckon looks ready for a conversation and might not have noticed me yet. This might be the first time I've ever caught him off guard. I duck back down the corridor, past the room where Marius and Rayanne are still arguing, and hide. From here, I should be able to overhear their conversation. But Marius and Rayanne should drown out
Let's
my thoughts.
go, RX. Smart.
Okay, Mr. Tactics. Ever since Reckon joined the team, we've kept no thoughts to ourselves. I don't think he would resent me taking a shot back.
Al-Hazmi. With me.
Whatever he needed to pick himself up, I don't think he's found it yet. And I don't think he's looking to the Major for it.
I know. I won't, if you would prefer it. I wonder, too. That's his business. I won't. This is interesting. I will not. Yet the work may still need to be done. The labor still in need. It is your task. You are allowed to want Amna. You are as allowed to deserve as I am.
Who is she wanting to deserve?
Who is she wanting?
Who is she wanting to deserve? Tell me right now.
And talking
I'm freaking
Are
out.
are we gonna get the late 4 seconds on the clock? The ball's passed to the Major.
And then they kiss. Oh my god, imagine.
This is not my world to want from. Alright. But you could, if you wanted to.
Oh my god. Where are my Major fanatics?
I know.
Evan.
We're freaking out.
Evan, Shazame.
Don't mind him. Despite it all. And we need not betray that. You and I can do what must be done. But what is this about? Do they think you're not capable of doing what needs to be done here? Is that what this is more about? Rather than... The work still needs to be done.
The labor's still in need. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, it could just be we're seeing the scene of them planning just in case. Again, as Reckon said, we are with until without, right? Like, so he's like, I'm with you, but if you fuck up, I'm going in.
Yeah.
It could just be that. We let ourselves believe for a second.
Well, I don't know. There's still the parts about
You're allowed
wanting,
to want.
like,
Yeah.
those don't seem like they're about
I don't
killing
know.
the Lord.
We'll have to wait and see.
Glory, literally every time I look at her, it just heart eyes.
If anyone's watched Heartstopper, it's like the leaves.
The little spark of electricity in my heart.
But even that's why I'm curious. I mean, we talked him back into it, but you know, Reckon, like, in this playthrough was like, I don't need to do this, you know. I don't need to face him. I have my own story.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like his vengeance is a little quelled. So it's interesting for him to immediately, but when we see him, Arik does say, like, I feel like he hasn't found what he's been looking for. So he maybe is like, no, I do still need to. Well, we'll see. We'll just see what happens.
We will see. I am not in over my head. I am not.
This is Arik, again, still like, I don't have a plan. I don't know what's going on. Ah!
Whatever Reckon is going through, whatever they're going through, whatever this means for Marianne. I am still handling this. I still get them. I still know what we need. I still have this under control. I need to breathe away from this stifling, echoing, crushing weight. The weight of years and peoples and bonds and histories and... Reckon can take a hit. He'll pick himself back up. He has to.
He's like, he's going through everyone, you know, he's like, they're still here, he's just having one of those classic anxiety thought spirals, you know, where he's like...
Feels like my plan is coming apart. I have Mao, eyes afraid, voice peaking and breaking. I have Mireille, weary and silent and tired, offering up everything I didn't know she had. My oldest friend stealing a cigarette in the dark to cope with the hell she's followed me into. Marius fighting as hard as he can to be better. Someone needs to fix the world for him. The Major fighting more battles than she'll ever let anyone know. Rayanne, shaky and uncertain and questioning and grasping. So unreliable she's reliable. And Reckon, infinite patience, solemn frustration.
Best music, bro.
It could be like a game to you, playing in our lives, hearing what we want from one another, too nervous to say, while someone else could solve this all and you just choose not to.
Yeah, developers.
I think he likes it. He likes that we're young and alive and that sometimes we're silly because keeping us around reminds him that he's not too far gone. And Marianne, I always have Marianne. Who am I to lead them? Reckon comes in.
Oh, right, this is when Reckon goes, hey, we have a week. I heard from someone he's leaving in a week. We need to move now.
Yes.
And you go, well, shit. No sitting around and playing, you know, twiddling our thumbs. Like, we gotta move. And so you're gathering everyone up and one last time being like, all right, what are we doing?
Game plan.
Boys' night.
We have to kill him. I'll admit, I'm not the surest of how. My best idea for now is to surrender and, I don't know, talk him into doing it himself, I guess. I've never killed someone before. If you've got any ideas, I'm all ears.
That option might come naturally to Ari, but it isn't all we have. You can all be heard. Everyone kind of voices their opinion.
Mireille says to consider Arik's parents who were kidnapped.
Captured.
If Mal and Tari are still alive, they're going to be at the castle.
Oh, shit.
Who? His parents. Fuck, you have parents? In this economy? If they're not already dead. How come? I feel like you were there for this. Maybe physically. The night the soldiers came for me, they got me out of the house, and after I escaped, they got taken instead. That's kinda cool. So what are we going to do? We could try...
Aren't there questions they could answer?
Let's keep them in mind, or we can't afford distractions.
So, I mean, I don't know if this is where your mind's at, but we know all the different plans. Basically, the plans are we give up immediately and try to talk to the Lord, which is the dumbest idea for a revolution.
Agreed.
You just go up to the doorstep of the tyrannical ruler and say, hey, buddy, cut it out, huh?
I'm real tired of this.
Or you go in guns blazing, kill anyone who gets in your way, try to get to the end. We did that in our first playthrough. Or the third option is stealth mode. You go in the night, slit some throats on your way to trying to get to the Lord. The thought being, in our last playthrough especially, we didn't like the stealth one because that doesn't send as much of a message, and it can be not misconstrued, but it can be manipulated into being like a political killing rather than like an in-country killing of the ruler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, tyrant, old buddy.
Strongly worded email.
But I feel like we might go that route this time, right?
The stealth, maybe. I'm considering.
Because it's like, I think in this version so far, it's like we know he has to get gone.
Yeah.
We know that much.
And also,
how it's not as.
Also, in the last run, we were trying to depose, right, rather than kill.
Yeah.
So, like, it's
Here,
a little.
I feel like
it's
we
a little
don't care
different
about
to,
sending
like,
a message.
Stealth depose someone.
I
Like,
feel like
you
we're
can't
not
really do
caring
that.
so much about sending a message here. We're just literally like, this guy needs to be gone.
Yeah. Okay.
So with stealth in mind,
More likely to
you
be
could
able to
maybe
keep
find
them in
them.
mind.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. No, we tried to depose last time.
But we were going in guns blazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
I think it was.
Oh no, that was about Reckon saying I get the final blow.
Yeah.
So I think we still were talking under the umbrella of, yes, we're going to kill him. I think so.
I think in the last one it was kind of like, Reckon brought up, like, you're gonna have to do whatever is necessary to depose him. Like, that just might result in killing him anyway. I think it was that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think Reckon kind of was like, you're gonna have to kill him, and I think we both know that.
Yeah.
And again, we were a violent arc at that time.
Yeah.
And this time we just said from the beginning we want to kill him.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep them in mind if we can. There's so much I want to know from them. I'm sick of not knowing things.
I think, but that's why we hadn't said we were gonna kill him, and so he's like, "You're violent." Though.
Yeah, that was like, that was more like an assumption
based on
the character that we created so far through our choices.
Yeah. But I think when it comes in the beginning, when it came to the options of confront, kill, or depose, we chose depose, and then we ultimately said, we're gonna kill him because we were violent arc.
Yeah. And there's so much I owe them. Hell, they're only there because they got me out. This is my responsibility.
Listen to you. Alright. Who's first? So this is everyone's pitches. Midei is the one who pitches, we should talk to them. If it is killing that must happen, then someone must do what must be done. One and the same.
I don't know if I like the sound of this.
Already something different. No option will keep everyone happy, but if this is what we are doing, it must be done properly. And what does this entail? Get into the castle, slit his throat while he sleeps.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Brutal. Efficient.
And what does that accomplish?
You can get your parents, I get my answers.
We get some kind of vengeance.
Interesting, Rayanne's into it. They will get your message.
I feel like Rayanne just wants violence, like, no matter how it happens.
Yeah.
Basically.
I think she still prefers to go in guns blazing.
Yeah.
We make a difference. Minimize risk, increase effect.
Minimize impact.
There you go,
They
yeah.
just see something happened. No one knows we exist or what we want or that we were even there. What's the point? Yeah, so she does want a scene. All right, Rayanne, out with your suggestion. We gotta be visible, unapologetic. We gotta look like power. So we rock up, we look vicious, and we look powerful, and we look intimidating. And we've got shit on our side they can't even imagine. We tear apart everything in our way until we make it to court, and chop, off goes his head. And after that, pop, open up all the dungeons, let all the prisoners out, done.
War. War.
What does that mean? What have I ever done that makes you think I could be capable of that? Or that I'd want to be? You've always wanted to win. What is wrong with all of you? Auric, you know what's right. You said it yourself. The Major and Reckon and Rayanne, they're all saying what's right for them. But you know what's right for you. Why can't we walk up, surrender, and talk to him? Does it have to be furious, bloody death? Not to mention, once he's got what he wants, he'll probably let Malantari go. Oh my god.
Ari.
I get it.
So, maybe one choice seems natural to you, but compromise is natural too. What sort of story are you going to tell?
I thought you approved of how I was going about everything.
I never said I didn't. And I haven't said anything that I didn't find in your own head. I only bring it into the light so that you know you made a choice.
I can't see you changing that much. Not now. I just can't. He's got the right to be, to matter.
Your orders until the end, sir. Lord, our Father, I am in over my head. Out loud.
Doing this Rayanne's way, guns blazing, full revolution.
Stealth, stab.
Doing this the Major's way, slit his throat in his sleep.
Which again, keep in mind, Major is... her mission has changed. And her mission now is to keep everyone safe. And so I think her mission, her thought is that's the safest option as well.
Right. Or we're doing this my way.
Interesting.
Interesting. So
Our way is now Mireille's way?
yeah. Because that's not how it was in the first playthrough.
We played as empathy kings this whole time.
Yeah. I think actually this said my way last
Yeah,
time
yeah.
because we were violent last time. Okay, Evan's vote is stealth.
I agree. For this playthrough especially.
Yeah, you're right, Evan. Yeah, I mean,
It's very interesting
that's what I'm leaning.
our way, considering we said from the beginning we want to kill. So I thought they would just choose the safer of the kill options for us, but instead they're like, no, let's just pivot completely, which Mireille says, like, you can still change your mind here, you know? So, like, maybe it's the belief that we've been playing so nice that,
Yeah.
like,
It's like basing it off of
we took
the
them.
character that we've created as opposed to what we've said before.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the soldiers, we took them hostage. Hostage. I don't know why I said that so weird. Yeah. I think I'm leaning stealth.
Let's do it. I've never seen this route.
The Major and Reckon are right. We need to do this their way. Assassination.
Assassino.
Could be worse.
Yeah, I've never done. I did Guns blazing. What did I do the first time? I honestly don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't think
So
we even
you-
made it through the gates.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I don't even know what I picked then.
Huh.
And then I did Guns blazing. Then I did Peace. Which
You
is
tried the surrender option. Was it really dumb?
Kinda.
It seems like just a really terrible
You
idea.
just go to the gates and you're like, hey, it's me, Arik. And then they're like, all right, come on.
It's me. You're the guy. I'm the guy you've been looking for.
They're like, oh, cool.
Here I am.
What?
Delivered to you.
That makes this a lot easier. Thank you, buddy.
It's the favorite of the castle assaults because it strikes me as the one with the highest chance of success. That's what I'm thinking.
Sir, yes, sir.
And it's interesting because, like, I don't know, like, the success depends on
It seems like the
what
one.
your goal is.
It seems like the one that everyone should be happy with too.
Yeah.
They don't like this guy. No one likes this guy. Why are they suddenly like, maybe we shouldn't? You know,
Yeah.
we should just talk to him. Like I really don't understand that.
I mean,
That's so naive.
that's literally only Mireille that really, like, suggests that.
I just don't even. I can't even comprehend where her mind's at with that. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just, like, class privilege, you know? Like, her family sort of has had special treatment, and we've heard that in the multiple situations where they've been involved with, like, the Lord looking for Arik and everything. And even, like, the soldiers that we took with us, you know, they were like, look, I know your family, I understand your predicament, but, like, you have to come with us, you know? Like, that's the kind of thing they were saying to Mireille.
You could just turn the tides. I know, that's the one thing that's funny. Yeah, she is the one who says, we can't just do that.
Yeah, she did say that.
And then she goes, maybe we can do that. But I mean, I guess I see, it's like, yeah, turn the tide from within by having, like, a symbolic moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll try that option someday, but today is not the day. Say it.
I did.
Say it
I
again.
didn't even pose and everything.
Do it again.
Sir, yes, sir.
That's what I like to hear, Major.
This could actually be fun.
Oh, Arik. Consider it a compromise, okay? The midway point between kill people and don't kill people isn't kill one person. But it is the best way to get us all out alive.
It's like Mireille is like the people that, like, when, like, say Mitch McConnell died and we were all like, haha, woo, yeah, fuck that guy. Mireille's the one person that's like, oh, come on, guys, like, that's a person, you know, and it's
person.
yeah, but he was also a shit heel of a man, you know.
Yeah. What'd you say? Surrendering ourselves. You have greater faith in the Lord's righteousness than I do, if you think he'd ever let me go alive. That's the other thing too, right? Like, they're literally after Arik, her best friend.
Yeah.
And she's like, let's just see what happens. I'm sure he'll treat you very fairly. He came into my house, Mireille. I can't give him an even chance after that.
I like assassination.
Figures you would. The billionaires have feelings too.
And I'm good.
Oh, Arik.
Imagine the sort of world where we could do all that.
Imagine the world where we did all that. Imagine what would come next. Do you really think third time's the charm?
I guess that's the other thing is I get that too.
People have tried.
Several people have tried and failed.
Yeah.
What makes us different? I mean, they do have Reckon, which is a huge difference.
Yep. So maybe people have failed before. What was it you said? 2 or 3 attempts that we know of. I hear he has some hideous scars.
I've heard his face is all...
Marius crinkles up his face like there's something bitter in his mouth, tracing a mark from the side of his face down along his jaw. Yeah, having a literal mind reader is a huge advantage. And presumably, like, you know, this group that had Marianne, like, maybe the Lord knew that she was with them, and so, like, that's why he had her killed, you know, and that's why that attempt failed, was because they did have that advantage, but they lost her.
She also can't read minds.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Never mind.
Also, Evan, of course, Ahmed Rosario hits a home run against Dick Mountain. Come on, what the hell?
Oh my god, Evan!
He is kind of cute.
I genuinely don't remember what he looks like. But come on, have some restraint. Terrible man. That was a dare, though, not, you know, revolutionaries.
Huh?
I know. It's not your fault. They have terrific artists. Doesn't everyone know that? Not all his scars, but his face. Part of that was a dare when he was a kid.
Not all tyrants.
Doesn't matter anyway. I don't think that scar was a dare. So they tried to make it showy, dramatic. Do we need that? Righteousness will shine through our actions, even if we sneak in at night, even if we go straight for the throat. Reckon gets his answers, I get mine, and then we take him down, and he never ever hurts anyone again. People have tried before, but no one's ever had what we have.
Reckon?
Reckon.
And I am at your service.
Okay, get to the good bit. Stab, stab, stab. Stop that. Okay, we'll need to get into the castle, then find Kaudat. What's the castle like? It's on top of a hill, fortified by tall walls in this shape. She traces out a 7-pointed star with her fingers.
An actual star, honest.
What's the official way in?
Gates, guards, check and disarm all entrance.
So we have to go up and over. There are towers at each point of the star, but they're not guarding the walls so much as looking over the city. If you had a way to get over the walls...
This is going to sound moderately ridiculous, but...
Everything you say sounds moderately ridiculous.
Thanks, love. There's this thing we do out on sea, when you're in a ship fighting another ship.
When were you ever involved in naval warfare?
Plenty of times, Mira, please. There's these ropes with hooks on them, and you throw them at the other boat, try to grab them and pull them in close. That should work.
Reckon must have a better picture of what this thing is than I do, so I'm going to assume he's right.
We'd be able to jerry-rig something out of the stuff around here, I think.
Walls sorted. Where do we go then? I've never been anywhere but the actual court. It's not as though they do tours of the Lord's private rooms. Give me an idea of the castle layout. Mireille and Marius sketch out the layout, marking the star fort, entrances, and court, all places that their parents must have taken them. There are a lot of blank spaces. My parents... Where are the training grounds?
Army, general, or...
The castle ones.
Not my area.
They'd have to be within the walls, and the points of the star don't allow for much space. The only place it could be is here. Then the Lord Adair's room is... here.
Mister, I don't know much about the castle.
Tari and Mal started out there before they ended up out here with me. I think Tari trained there.
Your mother was trained in the court?
Or something? I don't know. Lord Adair must have been 20 years back. Tari said he'd watched the army training from his window every morning. Caudat's mother was an army commander.
Ari, your mother trained with Caudat's mother?
Maybe the timeline on that might work out if Tari was younger than we are.
At some point, we need to make a timeline of your entire history, lad.
It's fascinating. So we know where we're aiming for, we have an idea of how to get there, and we have a deadline. What now?
Skills.
We'll only have one chance, so we need to be our best.
So they decide to train a bit.
Fine, put me with the major. I managed to purchase another rifle when I went to buy the boat. So, we have two people who are best over long distance.
Rayanne and
These two are gonna do fisticuffs.
and Reckon's gonna be Reckon.
Reckon's gonna have telepathy. As soon as they disperse, though, I go back to my room, take a deep breath, and lie down.
Don't punch me.
And he stretched me. Don't gnaw on me. Alright, we're dreaming. This is Marianne, for those who have not encountered her. She's a ghost who haunts our dreams.
Who is Reckon's sister?
Who is Reckon's sister. And doesn't know it. I have to ask you something. It's going to cost you a lot, but I think you have to answer.
Ari, darling, you're scaring me.
Marianne. It's time. Alright, we gonna tell her right now? What are you doing here? Or what are you doing here?
I love this option.
Alright.
It's fun. The power of emphasis.
Yeah. For this option, do you think it means like in his mind or in this setting?
Yeah, I don't. This one, you're on your own. I don't remember.
Shit.
That one is.
This one is.
That one's more
pretty,
compelling
pretty
to me.
safe bet. Yeah, that's
Because it's like,
what I was.
What do you?
thinking.
Why are you in my head? What's this all about? Like.
Yeah.
While the other one's like. Similar question line, really.
It is.
This is part of the game.
Yes,
Bradley.
part of the game.
The soundtrack.
Really good music.
I don't have the off the top of my head, but in the review and on their store page, they talk about the composers. Brilliant work.
I'm curious if Evan has tried one or both of these and knows the difference. Because, yeah, like...
P3.
Okay. Because this first one is like, what are you... Like, what is your intention here in Arik's mind, presumably? But then, depending on what this is referring to with here, if it's like within his mind here, or within like this like setting that she's in, I don't know. I think I'll just go with the first one, because that is pretty compelling. What are you doing here? You've lost it, haven't you? You knew I needed to move. You knew I needed to be somewhere. You don't know that anymore, do you? I had to keep going. No matter what, I've had to keep going. I chipped away anything I didn't need, anything holding me back. less I was, the longer I lasted. Do you remember anything else?
I remember you. And I know I've been wronged. I can make it right if I keep going. But if I can't be what you need me to be, I can't be what I'm meant to be.
I can keep going for both of us.
No answers, really.
Yeah.
It shows she vaguely remembers her purpose.
Yeah, she feels some, like, pull in a direction. And she implied where she was like, the less I was, the longer I stayed. So it's kind of like this fading that she's been experiencing.
That's why
she's doing it on purpose, basically, to, like, remain.
And it seems like Arik knows, right? Because he's like, this is going to cost her a lot. When I ask her, because I'm asking her to remember. I'm asking her to bring it up.
Yeah.
So he knows. Somewhat.
He has some sense, yeah. My call to sneak into the castle has not gone down easy. Mireille and Rayanne spend the next day paired up and scouring the palace top to bottom.
Interesting pairing.
That's a really wacky pairing. Mireille's on the hunt for information that either helps us break into the castle or proves it's impossible, and Rayanne's after some sort of heavy or exotic weaponry cache. For once, they found their objectives aligned. Oh boy, your sister won't lift this herself.
So lend her a hand. I'm in the middle of something here.
Mutiny on deck, Captain. Alistair overboard. She leans backwards out of one of the internal windows. She's right. She's going to die. Oh boy. Such a tragedy.
Sheesh.
She's like, and I'm gonna kill her. They carry 2 heavy crates. Marius dramatically reveals the contents. Bottles of miscellaneous and well-aged spirits.
Booze!
Hooray! Mireille studies each bottle carefully. Class as hell. I can't read this one. Ooh, is it Ocular? Give it to Reckon. Okay. Or he can just take it. The writing did look somewhat Eckler. I suppose he has a claim to it.
Leave him be.
He cradles 4 long-necked bottles in his arms. You sure that's wise?
If Murray isn't as intent on getting wasted as I suspect, she's going to be miserable. And my love gets mean. You and I can take the balcony. I'm gonna get drunk and forget I'm upset with you.
Let's go! You're really fond of that balcony.
More than anywhere else in this blasted cave.
It's kind of nice. We didn't have like a precursor to everyone being drunk last time. It's just all of a sudden everyone came in and was blasted.
Yeah, you could see it here. Which is interesting. There's a scene that you didn't get there that's really interesting.
Oh, like just right there?
Again, I think, I forget how I got it really, but there's a really interesting scene that happens there, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, just booze up. Evan, here's my thought. They literally could die tomorrow, all of them. So he's like...
I think it's sort of that state of mind.
Yeah, like, why hold on to this? We could all die tomorrow.
I think it's also like that conversation that they had, like, you know, it was really heated and hurtful, but at least on Arik's end, like, what he was saying was with love, you know?
And
It was for trying to take care of his closest friend, and, like, he still wants him to be well and to take care of him, you know?
and he knows, like, it's at some, in some, he's hoping down the line he can point back to that relationship and be like, can you not see how your reaction is exactly proof of everything I was telling you,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Again, I 100% agree, Evan. I think maybe you would eventually, down the line, maybe have found some way to heal and, like, reconnect. And again, so keeping that in mind, Arik's forever could end tomorrow.
Yeah.
So he's like maybe jumping straight to that. I don't know if that's the intention, but keeping that in mind.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. It's just like, we have no idea what's about to happen. And Arik's already, thinking about his potential mortality.
Yeah. And Reckon's told him everyone else is thinking about it too.
Yeah.
And so, like, even to see Marius offer that bridge of, I'm gonna get drunk with you and pretend I'm not mad at you because we could die tomorrow.
Yeah, basically. I thought you liked the blasted cave.
A marvel of engineering, I'll give you that, but miserable, isn't it?
I like the cave, or it can be stifling.
I don't know where I'd honestly, like, in my real life, lie here.
Yeah.
I think it could be cool.
I mean, I think what feels true for Eric in this moment is that he would like it.
Yeah.
Because, like, he has the context from Marianne of, like, its history
and he also,
and
this is the last place.
This is like their break, their respite right now. I like the cave. It's quite homey.
You grew up in a shack.
Nice, man. It's manor-esque, isn't it?
Guess I must be over manners.
You seem to be doing better. Mireille must be smug.
Be of little faith. Rayanne's never gonna make you happy, huh? It's a bit more complicated than all that, though. Did you see me this morning?
I've been planning with Reckon in the Major all day.
I didn't get out of bed till the light started getting all pastel painterly because everything ached. Still can't see straight, and everything smells like burning. I haven't lit a fire, right?
Not since we came here.
I should talk to Mireille. Can you smell smoke?
Is he okay? What's happening right now? Mireille might have been out here. You know, right? About her
she
smell.
can smell the... Yeah, we talked about it. I worry it won't do her much good in the long run, but she won't stop. She can't.
You stopped.
Well, I told myself I didn't need it to live easy. Keep saying it, keep saying it. If it's gonna be like this forever, maybe I don't. But Mireille, without something, is nasty. She won't move, or she won't talk. Or she'll look like she's fine, but her words all hiss out between clenched teeth. I never got this in this though. You sure you don't smell smoke? She just keeps getting weirder and weirder till it's weird enough that you gotta convince yourself you're only as weird as you were to start. And you're not. Like, you've made a full loop around. Me? I'm okay. I'm okay. Despite all of it. I'm not entirely a human trash fire. I'm going to get where I need to be, where you gotta be.
Where do you need to be?
Oh, anywhere. Put me somewhere I'll be useful, and I'll do whatever I can.
No, beyond this. Beyond this week. Are you going home? Back out to sea?
Maybe I could go home, but after this, they might not even take Mireille back. Who knows? And my story is not one that works in their favor. All I ever wanted. Rayanne, maybe? Maybe she'll run away with me. Proper far away, I mean. We'll get it right, this thing.
You mean?
Wouldn't mind seeing what we can make of each other. But it's hard to have a fresh start when you are everything you did wrong.
I don't know if I've ever known what you wanted.
You knew it well enough to go after it. Beneath all that, just call it, I want to feel like I'm in control.
Don't we all?
Amen.
Hey, Phyllis.
She just did a little patrol. She just kind of wandered around. She was in the kitchen.
What the heck?
Here's to the pursuit of happiness, and to the pursuit of the pursuit of happiness, and to the pursuit of the pursuit of...
Here's to friends and all their patience. Cheers.
Cheers. Clink, clink.
Hey. Hello.
This is interesting.
Can't sleep either? I know, these are like all new scenes. I don't know how to not know things.
Cheers.
Cheers! Thanks, Glory. Pour one out.
Dick Mountain is having a hell of a rough debut for the Padres.
Most people don't have context for that.
That's his name, Dick Mountain.
Oh. I don't know how to not know things. Sometimes,
Sorry. It's 6-0.
Sometimes it's hard to know things that you know you're not meant to know. But it's worse to not know things you don't know you don't know. Mireille's going through it. I don't know what she just said. I took care to ensure that sentence made sense.
Bro, directly called out.
I believe you. That's the dev being like, trust me, it makes sense. What it must be like to know everything Reckon knows. But without any of that, well, I do my best. I always did my best. Your network? I miss it like you miss that sense of home, I suppose. Like a missing limb. Like Marius when he first left, or when we lost him for a year. Like that first breath in of smoke when I wake up and everything aches. Like a part of my body is gone. Though I've never cared much for this flesh. Treacherous bastard. You know I'm your home, don't you, Arik? I mean, if you want it, I will always be a home for you. What's up, Viddy? How's your Sunday, gamer?
Viddy!
And why is that? Why? Because we're friends. Because we've always been friends. You know me? My home has been yours ever since I first took you in for a proper meal. Why are your parents so poor? Mireille, you can't just ask somebody that.
Jesus. Hey.
You can't ask people why they're poor, Mireille. No, I mean it. Your mother trained me in fencing. She was good. Wherever she trained. Whatever she did before you came along. And your father was educated. Properly educated. So with
Stop
that
with that
poverty
vibe, bro. What's that? What the fuck?
Properly educated, though he didn't take students beyond you. They used to work in the court, didn't you say? Before they walked out? How did they end up here, living like that? Are these rhetorical, or do you have all the answers? In regards to the money, I have some suspicions. People always wound up in our town, bereft of other prospects, but the town never felt as poor as one might expect. You think they were supporting the whole town? I suspect they were trying to, instead of supporting you. You don't get to say that. They did plenty for me. You don't get to say that. They didn't know what to do with me, but I think they tried. If Reckon says to you that I'm avoiding him, tell him that I am sorry. I'm working through some things, and I can't share it until I'm done. If it matters, you'll all know soon enough.
Oh.
What you scheming, bestie? The source of thoughts I'm thinking right now, Arik, they're dangerous. At best, they're awful. At worst, they're horrible.
Bro, is she like thinking of going ahead of the group?
I don't know. Trust me, Arik. You know I'd tell you if I thought it'd help. Alright.
Mireille said, why you a brokey, bro?
That was a really interesting conversation. So, like, his parents were just, like, real do-gooders, like, supporting the entire town. Rather than themselves and him. And
I think that's probably true of some people in this world, right? Like,
yeah.
People that are, like, very charity or even activism-based that, like, don't even bother to, like, check in with their kids.
Yeah.
So now they pack up, dinner ready.
Yes.
They all talk about... And there's one last drunk. That's right. I always forget there's two drunks. Two drunk scenes. They all...
Oh, yeah, because I thought that was going to be the one.
Yeah, I always forget that there's two. It always throws me off. So this is the group all decides one last hurrah, the night before, everything's packed.
Get
ready.
toasted. What do you think I'm gonna do next? Back to me and mine. Work and make it work. It did work. It can keep going. There's nothing wrong with what I've always been.
Woohoo! Just got something in the email inbox.
A little treat, a little prize. And it's not like you've shown me anything new. I know what works. I'll voice them. Okay.
What do you think? Because they have both. Just to diversify, because most of our stuff is PC.
Is that gonna make it difficult when we stream that?
No.
Like having to set up both? Because the other games we'll be playing
Oh. Fine.
will be PC. Just asking, just strategizing. Okay, my turn. I'll make it. Wherever it is, I'll make it work. Maybe not so good this time, but this was just a first, right? Dry run. There's a whole life of chances. The chance I need, it's gonna come. There is a world out there that's gonna come find me. It's so interesting that all their, like, we had this scene, right? But
Yeah.
all their toasts are different so far. Or maybe just those two, because we had romance to them. And so we were like making different plans together. I'm next. There is always a space that will need to be filled. Your place is here. Cheers, gamers and revolutionaries. I'm going to push. I'm going to push everything as far as it goes. Till it's about to burst, but it's all mine. It's all me. Aww. I'm going to be honest and true and the best as I can, and I'm going to push. That is so different from her first, what she was like going through last time.
But also, I wonder if she's talking about dangerous thoughts. Like, she's like, I'm gonna be true and honest. I'm going to the castle before you do. I don't know. That would be such a different thing to happen, but
it would be. But like, at least like the sentiment of this is so positive compared to what she was last time, because she was just like pushing everything away and like not wanting to accept anything good into her life or like accept any change. I'm getting what I need. What's up?
even the order I think is there. I think the major was all the way on the left, I think. Maybe I'm thinking of the other scene. I don't know. It's always hard. But I feel like they weren't, because they were still like at odds with this. We had seen them like reject each other last time.
Yeah. I'm getting what I need. I'm going to go see Kaudat to see right through him and to know. After that, we'll see. And wherever I go, I'll carry all of you with me. You'll never get out of my head. Yeah, so everyone's toast has been different except for these two. So we've definitely gone down some branches that were not the same. Here is my toast. We might never understand the depths of all the wrongs that have happened here, the choices that have led the world here. There's so much we can't know. I'd like to remake the world, not in any big ways. I want it to make sense. If you can make the world make sense, you make it yours. I want to see the story and see our role in that story. So here is to the day that we understand.
Pretty much everyone's got a little happy look on their face hearing him say this.
Everyone's feeling wistful. Cheers to the day that we understand, gamers.
And then they go, why don't we all just make out together?
Except for Marius and Mireille.
Ari, my boy, I'm basically down to 10% opacity.
I feel my opacity fading.
What is it that you want more than anything else at this very moment?
Hey, Sam. What's
Sam,
up,
welcome.
Sam?
Whoa!
Say I want to stop.
Whoa!
No way, dude. I'll see this through. What an interesting choice. Does that actually
You just
like
let's go
he's
home.
like, I don't want to do the revolution anymore.
Bro, I feel like I'm being peer pressured into a revolution. Opacity. This is the closest to meaning your life will ever have.
What does that mean? The closest to meaning?
Well, he's kind of been, just in a shack with his revolutionary bands.
That his life will ever have? What does she know?
Well, this is a big thing, right? He's literally, if he does this, that's a big, big deal. Like, he's the one who did that, That would be the closest thing to, like, what else would he,
Everything you do has
He
meaning.
could find new meaning.
Everything you do has great meaning.
If I can give you one
ask
thing,
me.
let it be that. Let it be that you keep on going. One foot after the other, each motion swinging into the next.
Are you coming?
Will I make it?
I try to take hold of her wrist, but there's so little of her left.
Will I not? I told you it was gonna be like, it's almost gonna be 3 hours, bro.
Please be there.
Be there.
Just a few more days, Marianne, I promise.
He's like, this is kind of cringe. She keeps fading, bro. Never reconsider, never look back. No time to think, no time to wonder. Whatever must be left behind. When you're standing there, staring him down, think of that for me. Keep on going, whatever it costs.
Dang.
Think of that, and whatever I am, I will be there still.
I fucking knew it. Don't talk to me. I knew it.
You knew it?
So he knows. He's known all along.
But again, he's probably worried, right? If he brings that up and makes her recall, that could make her full and then fade. Read the line so the people know at home.
Here's to you, Mum. You know?
Nutty.
Nutty. Amarantus does it again.
I was like, how could you not tell when she's like, my boy, oh my gosh, my little boy. Mussing up his hair and like...
Walking through the countryside.
So this
Biddy
is
coming into sight.
the walk up, your...
Mm-hmm. Mireille puts her hand on my shoulder and leans in. She pretends like she's trying to stabilize her aching leg, but she's holding me steady. Stand tall, country boy.
Cute line. Wait, they're going like during the day? This is
I
a
think-
bad idea.
They did last time too, but yeah, I guess for the stealth run.
I thought you were
it's
doing
different.
it nighttime.
Yeah, they said when he's sleeping. They were gonna slit his throat when he's sleeping.
Or it's just people just out and about, bro.
I don't know. They're just scouting? Yeah, that could be. Trying to figure out their way over. The castle grounds are encircled by fortress walls, and those walls are surrounded by a sunken garden. As we wait for the sun to set, we pace the length of the walls. The garden is rich and green and scattered with pools filled with goldfish. All it's missing is a few tall trees, a weeping willow, some benches. Why would he do this? Maybe he likes plants.
Don't read into it.
You can be total gutter trash and still like to look out on a pretty flower now and then.
Are you into it?
My darling gutter trash. What's that one called? Oh no. Those are angels' trumpets.
Guys fixing to kill.
Wow. Shocker. So are we.
Whoa. Here.
Here? Is Mal on the other?
I think the dungeon is here. The jail? Prison? I can't pick up the details. There are people in there. They're not happy.
And what exactly do you think is going on out here?
There's people out here. They are not happy.
Right. We're camping ourselves right here. Night hits, we can get over this wall.
I've got what we need, and I still think this will work. All good over here.
Is it good for all of us?
We can make it work. We'll get you up.
So we wait it out. Reckon and I pull our hoods down over our faces, and we sit by the side of one of the delicate garden pools, and nobody bothers with us at all.
Or I wish.
Until it gets dark. Who the hell are you?
You'd best be on your way.
Which way?
Unsavory sorts keep company here once it gets... I'm not gonna send you away if that's what you're worried about. Lord Stein doesn't have a problem unless you stop ripping up the grass or pissing in the shrubbery.
Lord Stein? Who is that?
I don't know.
Is that part of his name?
Maybe, isn't it? No, look.
What's his... Doesn't he have a really long-ass name?
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't
it's just
think
like
it's
a
not in
part of
the.
it.
It's not in the proof. Remember, we tried looking. It's not in the pronunciation guide.
Ha.
Maybe because I think maybe it doesn't end with Stein, and this is just this guy doesn't know how to pronounce it. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's ornamental. Why does he draw the line there?
Our gardening's budget's shot these days. Maintaining a garden like this. Never mind the Lord. I'd give you hell for it. Shut up, bro.
Don't. Oh, big priority. Bluebells and benches and posies.
Rayanne.
People dead in the streets, and he's happy that there's no holes in his lawn.
Fucking Rayanne.
He's like, so true.
No, I won't take you in for bad-mouthing the Lord. I don't know what sort of backwater town you lot are from, but if that was my job, I wouldn't be strolling through the gardens, watching a lovely sunset. Say what you want. Scream in the city square, death to the tyrant lord, and people roll their eyes these days. That's life, kiddos. I'm getting back on my rounds.
Promise me we never, ever turn into that. Promise me you never accept. You fight and you fight and you raise up the people around you, so none of you ever have to accept this.
Go, Ark.
What do you think I'd do?
That's literally my whole fucking thing, bro.
Once it gets dark enough, we're hooked on and up and over the wall in an instant. Wait. Here's a little oasis of peace and calm. A pond gently swirling in the moonlight, a gnarled tree, a small wooden bench. I know this place. The starlight off the water, the shadow of the weeping willow trailing into the sky. I dream of it every night. Okay, Evan. So subtle.
Interesting. Whoa.
My dreams have brought me this far, and they will not fail me now. The grass is full of weeds. The pond is stagnant and stinks. The tree droops dangerously into the pond, and the bench is rotten like the salt-soaked furniture from the cave. But I know it. Every element different, grounded, lesser. A pond instead of a lake. A weary willow for a cluster of birches. A simple, quiet space that cast a distant reflection. This is my place. This is our place. Have I been here as a child? Something my subconscious caught onto and populated so I could keep myself better company? This place has always been a part of me. We creep across the grass and stop by a barred window on the ground floor.
Forgot about barred windows. Fuck.
Hello? No reply. Anyone? I glance at Reckon, but he's closed down. Hands holding his head, fingers twitching.
He's doing like cutting, put on his face.
What's that? He jerks his head. A nod? Mal? Tari?
My son!
There's a breathy hiss, but from overhead, not underground. Arik? He sticks his head out of the window and peers down at us, 2 stories up. Arik?
The fuck?
Yeah, I made it.
What do you mean? What the fuck? What are you doing here?
We told him you wouldn't come after us. Too smart for that, we said. Not smart enough? But you're not the only reason I'm here. Oh. Oh no.
That's right.
Oh, you have a plan, don't you? We're here for Lord Kadat. We? The 6 of us are reclaiming the country. It's our right.
Sick brother.
I don't know what you've worked out, but this is not how to do it. Your mother... Has he killed her? Tari? Did she put up a fight? Is she dead? There's been no fighting, Arik. We agreed to come. Have you seen the members of the guard around here? He asked Tari if she wanted to go back to work, and she jumped at it. Still had her old uniform lying around. Smart boy. I, meanwhile, am left to my own devices. He can't stand the way I look at him.
Well, I'm gonna kill him dead.
Arik, what sort of time frame are you working off? Weeks? Months? Hours. We're doing this quiet, quick.
So what's the plan? Like a couple weeks from now, you'll come back? And... No, we're doing it right now.
And then what, Arik? This should have been a few years off still. One other question. Have I been here before? I thought you left well before you ended up with me, but... Why do I know this place? Pure panic.
I am agog, I am aghast.
What did you 2 do? You were so small when we left. We didn't think you'd remember it. We took you and we went, and he was meant to bring us all back eventually. And we didn't. He didn't. We took our best chance. It could still pay off. I believe in you and her. Tari and I, we wanted to get it right for you. Ari. Oh, that's Reckon.
We need to go.
But Mal... Reckon wipes his nose. There's blood on his upper lip.
We're going to tear him in half.
Reckon got his answers, I suppose. Of course.
Yep. Okay. Valid.
Arik, you can't trust them any more than us.
How dare you?
Akalo won't be on your side.
Oh my god, he's racist. There's only one person to answer everything. You heard what he said. This man owes us nothing, but the man up there owes you and me the world. Time to move.
Owes you and me the world. Does that mean he knows now too?
Maybe.
Or is he just referring to
Just
in
general.
general?
Who knows?
Mal, I'll come back for you when this is over. Promise. I don't know what he's told you, Arik, but there's so much more than what he thinks he hears. It was never Reckon telling me to kill Kaudat, Mal. That was all me. All the best parts of me. I turn and walk back to the others, and that's when Mal shouts, drawing the guards, echoing and desperate and angry.
Papa!
Freaking traitor, bro!
Who's that?
I go for my sword, and Reckon stops me.
Tell them to take us to him. They will.
My name is Arik Terezan, and I surrender. Take us to Lord Kaudat, please. And despite all logic and sense, they do. Whew! Your own papa betrayed you.
We're back to this. So I think now that you're seeing it again, no matter what, I think you end up captured somehow. No matter what. I don't think there's any plan that goes off successfully.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of a bummer.
So they're all in cells now. He's by himself. I search for Marianne all night, and she doesn't come. I'll see you there, she said. Yeah, just for the story's sake, you can't just kill him. Well, that stinks. I want to kill him. Marianne? Please. I guess I did something wrong. Or maybe I did the only thing I could ever have done.
Pull one out for the ghost.
There were wrongs done here that weren't on me, and aren't on me to fix. I'm sorry that maybe I never did right by you, Marianne. I'm sorry that maybe I could have saved you, and I didn't. But whatever I have left of you, I'll take with me, okay? I'll do this alone if I have to. I can. I will. Can you give me a fraction of the strength you had when it was you? Guess you can't. I couldn't give that back to you. We're still doing this together. No matter what. With until it must be without.
Pour one out, bro.
R.I.P. Hey, Eric, hey.
Of all the people.
I know. Her voice is coming from the corridor. I lean against the door. Rayanne, why'd you wake me up? It's dark as hell down here, and all y'all friends are sleeping right through it. No fucking thanks. So, can you live with how it went down? For once, don't mind me. Can you die knowing how it went down? I think I might die either way. Yeah, but like, is it one of those things where you're gonna haunt us forever and wander the castle like, woo? Which at first I thought would be the worst, but now the idea is kind of winning me over. Or are you gonna be able to die with yourself knowing the way it went? Could you? It's not my head on the chopping block.
I always find it interesting that, yeah, like, no matter what happens, your friends are kind of like...
It's not about me.
It's not about them. Like, but I mean, like, they're not in danger.
I know, because it's not about them.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. Sorry. Tell me something, would you? Tell me about one of your victories. Help me imagine how this could have gone. I'm not a storyteller, fucko. But just once, as long as you make some real good reaction noises.
This is interesting because this is the scene I got for romancing Raya.
Oh.
So it's like, I think you weirdly, even though we didn't end up with anyone, everyone's, well, not really, but most people are in a pretty healthy place.
All right, everyone, get your real good reaction noises ready. Are you ready for Rayanne's story? Here we go. Woo!
You don't hear it.
You don't hear the story? You son of a gun. Oh my god. Give me the story. I walk 1 foot ahead of the other, each movement swinging into the next. When they bring us before him, I don't move. I wanted this story too. I'm so sad.
Here we go, gamers. We're in the final showdown.
I don't look up.
What do you think's gonna happen?
We're gonna murder him. They push me to my knees while he speaks. There's a burning space in my head where Marianne was. It keeps me warm. It keeps my bones moving. I don't even have to look at him. This is everything I ever was. Who's ready to do an assassination?
Assassino.
I get to my feet and I still don't look up.
Being an anime pro tag, bro.
He has no face. He has no name. He has no meaning next to us. He swings his sword, and I catch it with the flat of my blade. None of this is real.
Never reconsider, never look back. No time to think, no time to wonder. Whatever must be left behind. When you're standing there, staring him down, think of that for me. Keep on going, whatever it costs.
There it is. We have everything we need. Someone behind me calls out. I don't know who. There's no one here besides him and me. His sword swings and is blocked by a hand. My hand, I think.
It looks like we dropped frames for like a second. It seems like it's good now. We dropped 160 frames precisely.
Is everyone good? Are we in? Are we in the story? Alright. Wait, who said that? Claudette. You be Claudette.
Auric.
There's no place for you in the world we're creating. There never was. It's continuous on your end. Glory, yours is good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have, on our end, it says,
Yeah, I know.
it says dropped frames 160. So there was a brief something, but other than that, yeah, unless people are saying our voices are, I'm going to try to keep talking, our voices are skipping. That's the only real,
Okay, yeah. Your household, maybe try refreshing, see what happens. Don't want you to miss the culmination of it all. There's no place for you in the world we're creating. There never was. There was never a place for your father, and you made yourself become that. For what, Claudette? The air is thick, and when I breathe, it catches in my throat. Wet wood, blood, but I'm not bleeding, and he isn't yet. Acrid smoke, gunpowder. And above everything else. Damn, I'm sorry, Shazame.
Yeah, there's nothing on our end that's showing we're still dropping frames or anything. And again, I don't know if no one else is saying anything.
And above everything else, something flowery and floating.
I can check.
Fresh, damp soil in my throat.
Yeah, our bit rate's green on Twitch.
I'm not real. I can't be. I duck under a swing at my throat before his arm starts moving. That's how you win, y'all. Just don't be real. If nothing's real, then you win.
You don't exist.
You don't exist. You can't lose. What's gonna happen? What's he gonna do?
There is no spoon, brother.
I am what we need me to become. Ah! So much is happening. Eric, don't.
You're losing. Stop.
Ari can't survive this. Ari can't fight like this. Ari is eating himself alive. What the fuck is happening? Ari won't win this battle. Hey, what's happening? You played this game, what's happening? Ari won't win this battle because Is he like inside our...
Oh, you just keep reading, bro.
My eyes are scratching from the inside out. My skin fits wrong. Don't need to breathe, don't need to think, just need to... Too long, too much, too... I get the space I need. Wipe my face. Where am I? Ugh.
The boy is cut up.
What is happening? He nicks my arm like he wants to check if I bleed. I don't. This isn't me. My body isn't.
You're not.
Don't you see, Caudat? You stopped. You had a job to do and a role to play, and you should have kept going until it was done.
It's so easy for you, isn't it? You can imagine people being... Nothing ever could stop you. I don't even know you, Eric Teresan, and I know. See? Nothing could ever stop either of you. Do you see what's happening here? You recognize those arms?
Yes, kinda.
Go on then. Stop me.
Don't. Of course it was always going to end like this. I always told them it was going to end like this. All that she was is momentum.
A body hits the floor.
Which body?
It's like an anime with shoo.
Ha. Ha.
I think he's breathing. He's like,
Ha.
he's like exhaling, you know?
He's laughing.
No.
Yeah. The end. The end?
I don't know. Let's keep clicking.
Really? All my strength deserts me in an instant. Everything hurts. My mind is... The whole world could fit in my head. I look back to Caudat. His eyes stare blindly through mine. What in tarnation?
I'll be sorry. It's yours, kid.
They won't like it.
You're gonna let them tell you no? That's what power means.
What's happening? What do I do with this?
Something smart. Lou and I will stick around. We'll help. You're not getting rid of us as easily as he did.
What were they like when they were my age?
Dumb kids. Made some poor decisions.
Was I right on all counts, bro?
They were trying. Wanted the world, but she took a risk and it didn't work out. It was sad. Still is. But it happened, and everything went to hell, and at least now we're making sure you get this right. Here's a warm-up for you. Probably doesn't feel like it now, but you were raised for this. They didn't know that, though. So how do you want to spin this?
Oh my lord. The peasant's son fights for justice. The prodigal son returns to save his countries. I knew it, dude. I was right, huh?
You never said anything. What do you mean?
Yes, I did. Long lost family history comes to light, or we'll make something up.
So what are you saying? Just say it before, out loud.
Claudette is his dad, and Marianne is his mom. I voiced this to you.
You never.
Yes.
I don't think you ever did that's why I kept being confused, because the first playthrough, there's a moment where, like, Claudette is clearly, like, looking at him like, oh, you've grown. Like, I think he even says something like that, like, you're so big, or so. He says something, like, and I was like, and I thought I saw you register a connection, and then I kept trying to, like, lead you there.
No, I said this to you that one time we were walking Phyllis after, like, our first play session, or it was after we finished the first playthrough, and I said this.
I don't remember that. I remember I was trying to lead you to water, and you kept not drinking, brother.
I said it, bro. In your ending, there was a 10-minute conversation where they explicitly tell you that information.
I think it still happens.
Interesting. Well, what playthrough are you on, Evan? That's so interesting that you didn't get this one.
I think also Evan, I don't know if Evan killed. I remember Evan saying he successfully got him to, leave.
I thought you told me that you thought this one was, like, always gonna go
I think it always
similar way.
No matter what.
Just, like, in different ways? Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing the other thing, by the way.
The other
It's already, like,
game.
6 almost.
Yeah. That's a bummer.
I told you yesterday, I was like, I don't think it's gonna go as quick as you think.
Oh, it went as quick as we could possibly make it.
I know, I'm just telling. I knew this was gonna take a while.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
You did get the same choice in that situation?
To tell. I spin it however you want. No one else
Yeah.
knows the story.
Wow. This is wild.
Ultimately, I think I chose... What's the third one? I think I chose the second because it lets the name heal. Right? It lets that family legacy heal. Where people thought it's just a line of tyrants, but then you're this kind-hearted son that comes and kills your dad. But
is that healing? That just, like, that's what Claudette did too. He killed his father and took over, but then he was a tyrant.
exactly,
So how is
it's your actions after, obviously. But
well, does it let you choose those?
I think we know. I don't remember, but, like, I mean, our character's not a tyrant, right? Like, why would we suddenly become a tyrant after getting the power?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Long lost family history comes to light. I mean, that's not entirely a lie. Like, it... I don't know. I don't know how long he's known this or if he is actually just figuring this out.
Yeah, that's why it's confusing, Evan, because there are implications that he did know throughout his story, you know? And he was, like, holding back from Marianne in his head.
Yeah, so this one is just continue to be Mal and Tari's son.
Slash...
To everyone.
And, yeah, slash, like, that is a better story, too.
Yeah. I guess I'm kind of leaning toward that one because it's still true. Like, he was still raised by them. Like, he's still their son and, like, doesn't necessarily feel like any, you know, kinship with this name. Like, why...
I guess why
even bring it to light?
That was my other thought. Is like if someone finds out somehow down the line, you've confronted it from the start. If an ocular meets you and goes, "Wait a second, you're Karat's son," because it's in your brain. You know, like I was like, we're facing it head on.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not hiding. That was my thought. Transparency above all.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I picked 2 or 3. I honestly don't remember.
And I do kind of want to see like what would happen if anything at this point. Like what would happen if, you know, Reckon found out and like what their relationship would then be like, and I don't know. I guess I'll try this one.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Make something.
Yeah, do you think I shouldn't?
I'm a cool soldier guy that was hired by the Ockler army to... I'm just letting you... Because I feel like we influenced you away from stuff. I just want you to feel like you have full ownership of this. So I'm saying, is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll do.
That'll do.
Well, they're waiting for you. And you can hardly screw the world up any worse.
Achievement unlocked. Here's to you, though my soul may set in darkness. Ah!
I think whatever you intend... Literally, I think, Evan, was whatever you pick in the beginning. So we chose kill, so we killed him. And I think if you choose depose, you depose him. Or confront, you confront. Like, it's literally locked in from the beginning.
You know I've been trying to get you alone, mate. You've been avoiding me?
Look at Arik.
With the crown, bro. Oh my god. Rayanne.
Lord Arik.
Nah, you've been hiding from me all this time. What are you talking about? That display back there, my guy? That magnificent piece of work? You took him apart. You shredded him to bits. It was the best thing I've ever seen. You went fucking feral. Where were you keeping that?
Anyway.
I think it's gone now. I think it's used up.
So you think that's specifically Marianne who's saying?
Oh.
Going
feral is a lifestyle, and it's the lifestyle that Rayanne has chosen.
Bradley, if you ever play this or go back to our VODs, Rayanne embodies ferality.
Pity.
Well, Ari, I have to return home and correct some records.
You can lose the hood for this conversation. Come on.
Hiding your face is the only privacy you have growing up like I did. I suppose you know something about that. I'm sorry, this is one of those times where words fail me. They're so clumsy.
I know you've been avoiding me.
You can't blame me, can you? This is hard. All of it is hard. Then to put into words. Do you still need words?
I think so. It's all so hazy.
No one's dead, except for one guy.
I keep getting these killer headaches, but at the same time, my head feels so empty. It's fucking me up a bit.
You're quite old to be dropped into this. I won't leave you to fend for yourself. That would be both cruel and ill-advised. So I can't tell if she unlocked with... That's where I was now watching the scene back. I can't tell if she was the one talking when she's like, Ari's falling apart, da-da-da, Ari. Or if that was him unlocking. He can read minds now, and he was reading Caudat's mind. Saying, Ari can't handle this, Ari.
Interesting, yeah. I hadn't thought of that.
Amna and I travel part way together, then I take our cargo to Aklau. When I dealt with matters, I will come back. Give me time.
What's the cargo?
That gives you time to sort out this whole war mess. I think there's a chance they found maybe her body. He was able to maybe probe his mind and find wherever the body actually was.
Yeah, I suppose. A bit more than just the war mess. Can you get Akalo to send over some political experts back with you? I'm not doing this a moment longer than I have to. And I've always thought that your whole elected council system is...
Democracy! You are going to be good for them. This isn't what I was expecting, Ari. Not for a moment. I don't know yet how I feel about it. Give me some time. But I do not believe, as far as I can tell, to the Republic! For democracy! This is the beginning of democracy, bro. But I do not believe, as far as I can tell, that I harbor you any ill will. Now, off I go. Wish me luck, and I will wish you the same. Watch your friends and get ready. It'll be hard at work when I return. So I guess I didn't even consider that. I'm now just I mean, it's been a while too. Did she not even die at his hand? Did she just die at childbirth like Akalo? And that's why he goes, I do not harbor any ill will toward you.
Interesting. Yeah.
And he just went,
sense.
and then, okay, she did? Okay, Evan's saying. I didn't even consider that.
Yeah.
And that he hardened himself because his wife died, and he resented this child for being the reason. And, bro, you know what this is?
Hmm.
You know what I'm gonna say?
No.
Steven Universe.
Oh my god. Damn, dude. Yeah. And like what Mal was saying is like he was supposed to take him back, right?
Yeah.
Caudat was supposed to take Arik back.
Which is...
But didn't.
We think when he goes to raid the family, it's because they were speaking out, but but we see that the first emphasis is to get him out of there, right? To get Arik out of there. It could have literally just been, I'm taking Arik back now. We don't know.
I mean, it seemed like they were intending to go along with it. Whenever he was ready to take Arik back.
Right, yeah. I think they thought it wasn't time, though. So that's why they push you out. They want you to. And the mall tells you like, it was years till we thought you were ready for this.
Be the guard.
Duchess Mireille Bellegarde.
Don't mess with the staff, Mireille. Why have a title if I'm not going to use it? You knew that when you gave it to me.
Let's go. When you get a new job and you help all your friends get jobs there too.
Can someone make me a duchess? I did know that. What is it? Those documents you sent around, what's the process on them? Well, first everyone confirms for me that I haven't done anything completely stupid, and then the right people sign off, and then the whole concept of a lord is done, and we ask Akuo for some help setting up everything else. Mal and Tari and I are going to oversee that complicated bit, and I think they've got it handled. But I want to know how it works. I want to get everything as right as I can before I hand it over. So, what are your notes? Most of my notes focus on your wording. People won't take you seriously. Oh, Marius wants some sort of guarantee that we keep a non-military navy when the army's wound down. For, reasons of an exploratory nature, I think he tried to put it.
He's like, I want to be shipman.
Yeah.
Make me shipman, Arik. Duke Mario Saba. Oh, you stopped that. Arik, you have written here that we have to reestablish relationships with our old allies, but you want to do that, you're gonna have to invest way more money in ships.
Look at this freaking ship guy. Et voila.
Now, as for where you're gonna get that money from, you work that out with Mireille. She'll get you there. But you're gonna have to put money into those relationships and into those ships.
Into those relationships, you know?
Sir, I'm not El Hat.
Yes, Major?
I asked you to remove a paragraph in your first draft. It has been put back in.
Which paragraph?
It is pretty to say that the war is over, but it is a lie to say nothing else. Before your people are returned home, more will die. More Akler will die. Times will be tough. Tell them there is hope to be had. I know, I love the mixed look. Also, the finances don't add up.
Did Rayanne have anything to add?
Oh no, she does not give a single shit. I'm pretty sure she's not even in the building anymore.
Right, team. We can make this work. We've made it this far. We can keep walking. Wow.
There it is.
Got a whole squad.
Hanif Patel and Nick Dullo.
Bravo.
It will be alright if you feel relieved.
Wow.
It doesn't mean you're wrong. I'm saying it aloud for me. I know. Thank you. I couldn't if you hadn't come.
I love seeing the expansion of this bond after we saw at the end of the last one where they
Decide to go back.
sort of like work together, but like they actually like have sort of a relationship now.
Yeah. What was it like? Like closing a door and then two separate breaths now. I want to take her home. Whatever she wanted, I don't think she meant to stay here. Maran, it would be ambition and devotion that caught her. He stands like you did, same shoulders. Oh, you're doing all the work. This is the easy part. Here. Here. Too sad. Let's get you home.
Wow.
The way they, I don't know if it somehow was coordinated, but the way the music just like cut away for a bit, and then the twinkles came in. Let's get you home.
Hello? Is anything here? Something did that to him. I saw it in his eyes. He wasn't in control. Are you still here? There's nothing here. Anymore? Ever? What were you keeping from us, Auric? Nothing inside you is ruined or broken or bad, How narrow a line were you walking? I don't understand what we saw in there. I don't understand what you've done. But I'll be here for you. Even if you scare the shit out of me, I'll be here for you. I will put the pieces together. She's gonna be doing some detective work in the next playthrough?
I don't think so. I don't think she remembers this going into another playthrough.
I wanted to figure it out.
I think just after this, you know. Pour me another clue.
Are you sure?
There's a lot of people need drinking too.
First round then. To our boy.
Which one?
Which one? To Auric Teresen. No. Auric Stein.
Auric Stein. Briefly may he reign and better the world for it, with the people he has chosen to surround him.
With the people he will choose to keep around him.
May he keep the best counsel and keep it always.
We shouldn't give ourselves all of that credit.
Well, we must take some of it.
Ding! Cheers, gamers. Your round.
Stein v. back to Cadet.
To everything we gave when we could, and everything he needed when we couldn't.
To everyone we failed, trying to not fail him.
To the months where he cradled Auric to sleep with promises of better worlds.
I'm out of water. The boy, standing in the doorway, saying he was in love, pleading for our help.
Cheers. Thanks for the hydrate, boy. To Marianne and Dari.
Marianne. Too young.
She would have grown.
She deserved to.
Oh, we all deserve to. She should have. She would have been good for all of us.
She was good for him, somehow.
She never had time to be good for herself. There's the tragedy of it. To the girl who knew she mattered and died not knowing she had.
This is good writing, man. To Lee.
To Commander Lee.
To the power she surrendered, and the power she stole from Adair, and everything she left to inherit it.
Who's Commander Lee? Do we know?
I don't know.
Fish. We have made too many promises to dead mothers.
No, too many of the mothers we made promises to died.
To change and all its terrors.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting to see if they do that, but I remember talking to Julie about it briefly, being like, I mean, their hair is like the same. Wait, I don't know who Commander Lee is.
Yeah, me either. And to rest.
Unless it's her? I don't know.
I
Or
don't
maybe the
think so.
commander. They talked about an old commander, and how she. Oh wait, that's right. They talked about that. Commander Lee is Claudette's mother.
Oh, who
Remember
she trained with.
Yeah, they talked about that.
I see.
To rest. Seeing it through into finishing, into leaving it finished. I'm tired, Lou.
I know. We'll still be here when we're done. Wow. What a wild time.
How do you feel now? Got most of the full picture.
Fascinated. I'm just curious to know now, like, what happens in the next playthroughs. Like,
I think that's it. Like, as far as, like, major revelations.
Like, that's-
Look! He's happy!
Aww. Emo boy has a smile on his face at last. That's a delight.
I've done, like, 3 or 4. This is Fern's
This
second.
is my second.
I think as far as, like, major revelations, it's not, like, anything new,
Yeah.
huge. There's one more thing I wanted you to do if you wanted to just quickly see it.
What?
You just start another playthrough really quick.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Okay.
one really, it's really fast.
Bradley, yeah, it's pretty different, at least these first and second ones.
There's literally, like, a different banner for the 2 playthroughs.
Yeah.
The first one is And So to Dark. You'll actually see it when you hit begin. And then the second one is
Like
a
a
Spark. So And So to Dark, bad times. Like a Spark, good times. Yeah, that's as far as we know. So Like a Spark. There's one more thing that gets updated now.
And then, so from there on out, it's more just like future playthroughs will fill in the rest of like the scenes that you missed or like relationships you didn't pursue and stuff like that.
I think we saw Claudette. That this was Claudette.
I don't think we knew that it was him. I
Okay,
think
then.
it was like question marks.
I thought it was the other way, where if you click now, it's this dream you're having is the beginning of their relationship. These people you see are your parents.
Don't want to do anything that won't end well for your... like for people? They are romancing.
So yeah,
Just a
Well,
little.
extra.
There was like 2 or 3 more lines there, I
Yeah.
feel like.
I feel like
We just telling her the story. All right.
Hit title, baby. So yeah, even after all that, now you're at what? Going to the extra. So we got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 images left missing.
And
Achievements.
that's like half, no?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Achievements missing. So, I mean, there's one achievement for romancing each person. You've literally only done one romance route, which doesn't count as romancing each person individually, so...
Yeah.
Makes sense. You have a lot still. You didn't get rejected.
At least I have that. That was my most terrifying prospect. I just didn't want to, like, get rejected by anyone and ruin the whole dynamic of the group.
On the ship, I'm like, Mireille, I love you. I'm just gonna forget you said that. And I go, okay.
I was so happy that that didn't happen when I, like, made that proposal to Marius in the first playthrough. Just fuck up, like, one of your oldest friendships and have him go, whoa, I don't think so.
Mireille's basically just like, I'm gonna pretend you're just, like, really emotional because of all this, like, and we're just gonna move past that. It's okay. We're all good.
Oh boy. What a game.
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed that. Thanks for hanging out, Bradley.
And I think
Have
we're
a good
probably...
rest of your Sunday.
I was like, maybe I'll play a little. No, like, it's already 6.
Yeah, we should just chill.
Got a long week ahead of us.
Deal with the Sunday scaries for the next few hours, and then...
Here, let's switch seats real quick.
Okay, you gonna make some announcements?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you were here, Evan. It's always good to have someone else with the perspective. And Evan is my ride or die when it comes to these games. I got Evan, I had Evan to talk about with My Life as a Teenage Exocolonist, and then Amarantus. What will be next?
I like that you named it what Evan's status has been. That's not the name of the game.
I was a teenage exocolonist.
My life as a teenage robot. Oh.
Listen, I haven't played it in like a couple months.
Let's see, who has more achievements? I haven't. You have
I'm
9.
sure you have more.
Yeah, because I did romance individuals, and then I got rejected too.
And you played like 1 or 2 times more than me.
I'm curious what this one is. There's an achievement.
Why haven't you told me to fuck off yet?
I wonder if that's the no physical romance with Rayanne.
It definitely sounds like Rayanne.
Like, why
I can't
haven't you told me to
imagine.
go away?
Can't imagine who else that would be.
Hi, gamers.
Back to the living room.
I've covered the frog.
Not my frog.
Get out of here, Froggy. I think everything's squared away as far as who's going to be involved and everything. I think we're missing
Cool.
one person, but we'll figure it out if things have to change there.
Yeah.
But we have a whole... We stayed up late last night just squaring away everything we needed to do this month as far as streams go. We have a lot to do as far as not streams go.
Yeah.
Including finally finishing and working and doing this week I have to do it this week or else it's just not going to happen. The Final Fantasy 16 review and video review.
Video work is tough, y'all.
Yeah. So that's my main goal for this week. But every weekend and some extra days this week, we have big streams, exciting streams on deck. Okay? So, with that in mind, let me go ahead and bring up a little quick image I made. One sec, everybody. Okay. This is a look ahead at the month. Oh,
You lost it, bro.
the month of August. Shabam! Oh,
And here it comes.
chat was in front of it. Shabam!
Down in front, chat.
All right.
There it is.
August at a glance. So it starts August 12th, next Saturday.
Next week.
Starting at 2 p.m. It's going to be a heck of a stream. It is our Road to PAX Extravaganza. We are going to do a big long stream with one big last push because we can't do it too quick, close to the event. This is our last big push for PAX coffee donations. August 12th, it's going to be a multi-part stream.
Yes.
We are going to start with 3 hours? Yes.
Somewhere around there.
3 hours of Stray Gods. Stray Gods comes out August 10th, and we will be playing the first chunk of it, the first bit of whatever our playthrough looks like. I think Fern will be in charge of that. For 3 hours, and yeah, we'll be playing that. That'll be really fun. We're excited. We played the demo. That was really exciting. And that, again, if you don't know, is the choice-driven musical. Do you know the bit.ly for that? Is there a bit.ly for that?
I don't know. Is there a command for that?
Oh yeah, duh.
I think we might have made a command for that.
Doi.
Yeah.
So Stray Gods.
Me too, Glory.
We're not even there yet.
I
Calm
know.
down. Calm down.
I'm just excited.
So we have Stray Gods, which is again the Greek god myth story that's a musical, choice-driven musical.
Yes.
Where even your choices change the lyrics in each song, which is so nuts because you can just have a very different version of a musical than someone else. Like that is a really fascinating thing, and changes who you harmony with, changes the lyrics, changes the tone of the song. Like it's a really interesting experience, and it's got amazing performers: Troy Baker, Laura Bailey, Raul Coley, like what's her name? I can't remember. Suddenly, Ellie, Ashley Johnson.
Yeah.
Why do I blank on like the most obvious name in my head? So yeah, that's gonna be really cool.
The person from Rent.
And then
Anthony freaking Rapp.
Anthony, come on, get excited. Anthony Rapp is in it, from Rent, from the original Broadway run, and I think he was in the movie too, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool. And then we will probably, depending on how long the game is, depending on how long Stray Gods is, we will probably finish it that next day.
Yes.
We will come back on Sunday and play the rest. Then on August 18th, a Friday, fun spooky times with Fish. We are playing Changed, Changed, which is a anthology of horror games. And you pick them on a path, basically. You start in one, and then your next thing you can pick between 3 of them, and then you can pick between 3 of them, and you keep going until you get to the end. And we're gonna do, at the very minimum, hopefully at least one like playthrough of it, because like get to the end, because I think people have played to the like done all of the games and got all the collectibles in all the games and stuff, and that's taken about 6 hours. We're gonna just do one run, I think, at very minimum. We'll see what happens. We'll play it by ear when we get there. But yeah, the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna be passing the controller back and forth, where I'm gonna play one, then Fish will play one, and then I'll play one, and then Fish will play one, and then it'll be very exciting. That'd be cool. Keep an eye out for that. A week of Fish.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not next week, but this Wednesday, Fish is part of Twitch Rivals. Don't forget that. Go hang out with Fish there. And then the day after me and Fish get spooky, Fern gets spooky and a little haunty.
A little creative is what he
haunty.
meant.
Because Cosmic Wheels Sisterhood is a new game from Devolver. It comes out the 16th? The
16th, I believe.
Yeah. And we'll play that right after launch, and hopefully, so same thing with Stray Gods. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we have a lot of work to do, but hopefully we will have reviews for each of those games as well. so that it'll be like a nice supplemental piece with our review. You get to now see the game. So that will be a really exciting. I don't know if you want to go into more detail about Cosmic Wheel to give people a teaser.
Sure. It's a game where you are a witch and you've been like exiled from your coven.
You did bad things.
Not really bad things. You had like a vision of the future and like shared it with people, and the leader didn't like that, thought you were sort of like sowing chaos, even though you like believed that people had a right to know, basically, is where that rift happened. And so you get exiled, and your particular witchcraft is around like tarot reading. And so you make a deal with a demon, or is that what it is? A demon? A behemoth. To like regain your powers in this like house out in space alone where you've been living for like 200 years. And then sort of creating your own version of a tarot deck. So it has this really cool like I don't know, like artistic element to it where you're like choosing all these different elements for each card that imbues it with certain pieces of magic and has certain like properties. And yeah, it's just a really interesting time, and has a good story and a really unique concept. So I played the demo for that. It was really fun. I couldn't get enough, and I've been looking forward to it since then. So we're going to have a great old time.
Hell yeah. And then to close out the month, we're going to do 2 editions of the Fern's Book Club. August 26th will be Frank and Drake, which is a game that I am currently making my way through to also review, and hope if I don't have a review by the end of the month for that's bad. Something went wrong. Frank and Drake is a visual novel-ish narrative adventure, where you play as both Frank and Drake, which are modern takes on Frankenstein and Dracula, and you are roommates, and they were roommates.
I
don't think there's actually, I did some digging. I don't think there's actually like a romantic storyline there. There's
but they were roommates.
There's a bond.
We all know.
There's a bond, but not like necessarily a romantic.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I've played a little bit of it. It's very poetic. It's very choice driven. It's very like locked into your choices. Has some interesting mini games and like puzzles and stuff that I've been doing. And yeah, that's a very cool. I like when our book club games can really like coalesce with the idea of book club and, you know, Frankenstein, Dracula, classic books, you know.
Yeah.
And this new take. It's really interesting. Like Drake was raised within the like the homeless community, and so like he knows a lot about all that stuff, and like, you know, he's not comfortable being in this new house and stuff. And Frank is like, you know, he's got some weird mysterious things going on, and I think maybe his like being created has to go back to like a pharmaceutical company maybe, and so that's the interesting like twist on that. And yeah, it's just an interesting little story. And then to close it out right before we head out for PAX, because we will be packing and doing all kinds of stuff, getting ready for PAX, prepping, being stressed. We thought the day before we leave a home base and head to Seattle, let's just do a relaxing stream of Goodbye Volcano High, which will have come out. I think, when's that coming out? The 26th or something?
I think the day before. I think it's the 29th.
29th?
Maybe.
So yeah, Goodbye Volcano High comes out just before that, and it'll be a nice little, you know, hey guys, we've been stressed out of our minds. We're just going to sit here and stream for a bit and then go to bed and go to Seattle. So
Yep.
That'll be a fun time. We're not committing to necessarily like playing through the whole thing for that one, because we don't know how long it is, and we don't necessarily want to go late that night. Like, but yeah, yeah, lots of fun stuff ahead of us. Actual schedule.
I know. How long has it been since you've seen like a future a future look at VGG? We've been living in the moment.
I may squeeze in like a Wednesday stream of the game we were gonna do today, which was Viewfinder. Yeah. So, not sure because I again have a lot of work to do, but
that one can kind of like slip in anywhere,
and it is
nice.
like 3 to 4 hours, so it can be a quick end of the day or something, you know. Stream it up. Yeah, that's what we got ahead of us. How's everybody feel about that? Everyone excited?
I'm excited.
You're excited?
Yeah.
I'm excited. Wow.
We come up with such good schedules.
Oh, and keep an eye out for stuff with the Road to PAX Extravaganza. We're still like working it out and trying to figure some stuff out, but we're gonna try to add some incentives for donating so that, you know, kind of get people excited. Talked about some stuff. I just literally, it's so wild how you have to really get in the weeds about like legality of like some of these things.
Yeah.
Like when it's dealing with raising money and giving people stuff for helping you raise money.
Yeah.
Like
we're looking into it.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. So I don't necessarily want to like say any of it because it might not happen and then that'd be sad, but yeah, very excited. And yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of people that we would normally raid or anything, and like the closest I had was
where's my phone?
This person who's playing a point and click that I love, or not. I haven't played this one, but point and click from someone I love.
That could be a good person.
Yeah, who's someone from within the.
We haven't been there before.
Community-ish. Want to do that?
Yeah, I like that one.
We're gonna raid our buddy that we've learned from or learned about through Ketchup John Mustard, who's an artist, but today is actually playing a point and click adventure. We all love our point and clicks out here in chat, I assume and hope. We are going to raid Ketchup John Mustard, who is playing Full Throttle, which is from our dear our dear friend. I think Tim Schafer worked on this as one of his last projects. Thank you, Evan, and I hope to see a lot of you. I hope at the very least the August 12th one. We're gonna put a lot of work into that one. So please, if you're able, come to that one. Even if you're not gonna donate, if you're not able to donate, that is fine. Yes. But just come out and hang out because that's gonna be a nice chunky stream. It's gonna be about like, I think it's like 7-8 hours maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't even finish saying everything we're gonna do. We're gonna do Stray Gods.
No, you didn't. Yeah.
We're gonna do Anacrusis, the versus mode, which is a Left 4 Dead like, with aliens, sci-fi Left 4 Dead like, and the developers actually reached out and asked if we would play the new versus mode because we streamed it before and they actually liked our stream when we did that. So they reached out and said, "Hey, we want you to play the versus mode if you like. We can even provide you with some keys." I think, I'm not going to say for sure, I think we have enough for a giveaway, actually. So we should have some keys to give away for that, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that with a whole bunch of friends. We're going to do a 3v3, and everyone in it is going to be in the call and everything, so it's going to be nutty. And then we are going to do some ghost game at the end. We were originally going to go with Phasmophobia because we were hoping the new update for Phasmophobia was coming, but it is, I think it's
might be just like a couple days shy.
Yeah, it's coming the week of August 14th. And the reason I know that is because in the Phasmophobia Discord, there's an emote that just reads week of August 14th. And if you hover over it, the name of the emote is Progression Update, which is their next big update. So I think that's a small way they announced when it's actually coming to their audience.
Yeah.
Is through their Discord. But yeah, so that's what we're doing on the big August 12th stream. That's going to go for like 7-8 hours. And yeah, if there's anyone you for sure come to that. But come to all of them if you're able, because it's going to be a fun time. Got all kinds of fun guests like Fish and Cat and all kinds of other people. Yeah.
I just realized the raid message I made needs to have Natoid in it. That's the stuff. That's the
Okay.
raid message.
Let's get the raid going here. Yeah, I hope you guys had fun.
I had a great time.
We're coming back in a big way. We figured it's probably a good idea to start gearing back up. Oh, did I just try to raid myself?
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting into the spirit of things as we prep for PAX.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was want to say. You know, as we probably, hopefully, get our word out a little bit there at PAX, we want to have presence on our website, presence on our stream, have everything looking as good as possible. So,
Yes,
you guys coming out and watching is a big part of that.
we are very grateful.
You guys coming out and raiding with us is a big part of that as well. So get in here and get in the raid. Love ya, appreciate ya. It's been a day. It's been a long day. Been a long weekend, and I have so much work ahead of me. I'm stressed.
Wish us luck, y'all.
But you know, we'll figure it out. All right, gamers. Any last words?
No, thanks so much for hanging out, and we'll see you over in the Ketchup John Mustard raid.
No last words about Amarantus?
About Amarantus? I already went over everything.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
I'm gonna play it more.
Alrighty. Well, get in this raid. Love ya. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.